What is poppin'? Good morning.
Good
Happy
morning.
Saturday. Happy Super Bowl. Super Bowl. Lord. Super Bowl weekend. Go Seahawks and Patriots. I don't know.
I didn't even know who was at the Super Bowl. That's how much I pay attention.
Aren't you proud of me for knowing?
Yes, I am extremely proud of you because I had no idea who was. Usually I know because I used to live with my mom. And my mom was the one that holler. She's a 49ers fan. She would holler all the time. So I knew it was going to Super Bowl based on the high pitch of either screaming or the high pitch of cussing.
Kiwan, go watch our lives. Last year. Yeah, like I would say like a year ago. Last year.
Really?
Here in the background. I love it. I am waiting to meet. I feel like James is keeping me from his mama because he knows if I meet her, I'm just gonna swap him for her, probably.
That's fine. Then that's completely fine. That is completely fine. When I get my new husband, that's exactly who she gonna need is you, because I'm not gonna do. Let me explain something to y'all. I told y'all my mama not meeting my next husband until after I'm married. She's not doing that.
I seen a picture of your mom. She looks so sweet.
She is.
You look like both of your parents.
I look like, when I lose weight, I look like my dad, but when I'm chubby, I look like my mom. It's really weird.
Okay.
Your mama look fun. Go watch them lives though. You'll hear them.
I'm gonna have to go check them out because what?
Yes, she be hollering. Anything before because when did I leave her? I left in June of last year. So anything from June to 2025 and before, my mom is all up in the videos.
Mama, you gonna hear her.
You gonna hear her. You gonna hear that.
I'm gonna bring her some wine. I'm gonna bring us some Dominoes and some coffee. All right. Her gonna have a good time.
I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing when you say Jane.
That's my friend in my head already.
His
brother too, because he said his brother be smoking like me. So I'm like, what's up, cousin, brother, family? Call me, y'all. I'm still in Oakland. Let's introduce QIJTV, the beautiful human that has agreed to continue recapping Love During Lockup with us. I appreciate you. Welcome in.
Thank you.
Y'all subscribe to her channel. It is free of cost, believe it or not. James's channel is also in the description. We will also be going live, all three of us together, to do our Besties After Dark segment on our other channel. That should be a time.
It's going to be a time. They're going to be grilling me, y'all. They're going to be grilling me on all questions. Everything gets answered. We're going to have live discussions. We're going to talk about love, relationships, and my favorite topic, sex. So,
your favorite topic is sex.
It is, because it's something I wish I had more of.
Oh, I'm not mad at that.
Make you blush when I give you these questions.
No, you're not.
Questions, Miss Erica.
No, you're not. I'm ready to answer them because they're probably going. My answers are probably going to be dull as hell. That's why I'm ready to answer them.
We're gonna need you to dig a little deeper, like on a Princess and the Frog, when Mama Odie told Yana, dig a little deeper.
Ain't that me? If I dig a little deeper, I'm gonna hit some steel. So that's just what it is. Ain't nothing there. I promise, like the panic room when they trying to go in from the bottom and hit that steel. Let me tell you, ain't shit there.
Oh my God, so funny. I could not. But we will be live tonight, 7 p.m. If you are on the West Coast Pacific Standard Time, it will be 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. 9
okay, so that is correct. Okay, because I read that. I was like, girl, it's 8 o'clock my time. That means it's late daytime. So I'm like, damn, I'm ready.
After dark live, so we'll be a little late, but you know,
I'm ready though.
More at night. But we will be asking James a lot of questions. We'll be playing Mary Hunch Kill. We have a lot that'll be happening. So tap into the Watch Your Best Friends channel. The link to this channel is in the description of the video. We also all have shared the live. Thank you. All of us.
I'm mad I wasted the Flavor Flav Mary Fuck Kill on Amina when I could have just added for you and Shayna.
And you know,
don't bring that up this time, Lord.
You can add it. Maybe that can be the repeat one because that's
I can't repeat that one. They already know it's coming. I have another one that y'all ain't gonna like very much, and it's gonna be funny as hell.
Don't do me, James. Don't do me. What's poppin', Joseph Felton? Good morning to you. I hope you're doing well. This, Love During Lockup usually gives us good episodes. It's very rare watching the show that I'm bored. The only series that does that would be the flagship, Love After Lockup. Sometimes
Okay.
there's like little milder moments versus consistent ratchetness like this. But this was a funny episode to me because all of these niggas is ignorant. Happy Black History Month. I said what I said. They all acted a fool. We gonna start with our local hoe, the call girl, lady of the night, aka Emily. I never seen a hoe with a double chin, but I digress. She don't make these faces, James. You make me feel bad. I'm just sharing my.
No, because I was not ready for that.
Something tells me you don't feel bad about you.
Yeah.
I was watching it with my husband last night, and he's like, all of it, because we're like, wait,
Listen.
the bitch got a double 10, but she's a hoe. And then when she turns around, she's lopsided.
Listen, all hoes is not created equally.
Period.
All hoes is not created equally. Sometimes some people love a little extra skin and flesh. I mean, it is what it is.
It give a little cushion for the push.
Absolutely. It give you extra. It give you extra shit to press on.
Why is it only in her neck?
She just need to lose some weight.
She look fine everywhere else. She don't look big. I'm just like, girl. But you know what it is? You know what it is with Emily? I just worry, but right now she is giving Brandy neck, and her neck be busy. If y'all know what I'm saying.
Oh
so
no,
maybe
not
that's why
Brandy neck.
It does.
Oh, Dr. Jackie, that's are you?
Jackie's fault that we saying
that. It is that. Well, I mean, it was spread awareness though, because Brandy said she didn't know when that episode aired, so it is something that we do have to take it on a serious note. But I mean.
She could take her medicine.
Yeah.
Swelling will reduce.
Yes.
Lord help us. So Emily and Justin, RIP to Justin. I'm always going to say that just because life is precious, and when a life is lost and a soul has gone away, I think we should be respectful and acknowledge it. So I will be reading Emily for filth mostly, not so much Justin. But she goes off to film a sex tape. And I'm like, wait a second. This is like next level hoeing. Like she's like an industry hoe. And not like the term where we would think of Corinne Steffen, Superhead, people like that. But like, it sounds like if it has to do with sex, Emily is doing it. From OnlyFans to working in the brothel to maybe walking the track to filming porn, essentially. And this would not be the first person to Love After Lockup that has done porn. I don't know if you guys remember Lacey from seasons ago to the viewers, because I know Kiwan and Jennifer are new to the franchise. But Lacey was with, I can't remember his name. I think it was Shane. And there was another guy that she was talking to as well. But they do porn now. Not together, like individually. There's a couple of Love After Lockup stars that have turned to the After Dark life.
See, my personal thought is I would need to do one or the other. I couldn't do both.
Your coochie would be tired. I know you don't have coochie, but your coochie mine would be worn, because if you getting that thing right, okay, I can't.
And then I got to have better choice than what she had, in as far as I can't just sleep with anybody. Like I just cannot do that. Like I can't fake it. I can't do any of that. And Emily just gives me such sex positivity that she don't care who it is that walk through that door. She ready, legs wide open. And
professional. She said there's no emotion. I'm like, wait, there's no, how your coochie?
So I need to know more backstory of that childhood thing.
Obviously something going on, because
I need more backstory on that childhood. I do.
Her appearance. Her mom, something is going on.
Her mom is taking care of her son, which we saw, and that kind of annoyed me, because you've been on this show for 4 episodes, have mentioned your child once, not shown him. In my experience watching this show, people either put their kids on the show or they don't. The kids are just not there. Like Melissa, and Louis, they both have kids. They both said their kids will not be on TV because it's not for their kids to do. And their kids are older too. And I kind of respect them for it, because your choice to be on TV doesn't mean the rest of your family want to end up on TV, you know? So I kind of respect it. But I was looking at her kind of like a dusty mom. And I know people who do actually work in the sex industry in real time, people who do the street walking and people who strip, you know, where I'm from, you know, somebody who may be into all sorts of stuff. But all of them, I can say 100% shadow of a doubt, are doing what they're doing for their kids. They be at PTA meetings. They be at after school activities. They be doing stuff with the babies, and you would never know that at night they work as call girls or hookers, whatever the correct term is for it. So I'm looking at Emily and I'm kind of like, just because you a hoe, a traveling hoe, don't mean that you have to not have your kid with you. Doesn't mean that you like have to put everything on your mom. And I'm like, how did you go from hoe? This is still unclear to me. How did you go from a correctional officer to prostitution when you had a good job and good benefits and all of these things, and now you decide to become a prostitute? Like, something definitely happened. But this episode was a mess, because she's freaking out talking to Justin, and he's not happy to hear that she's going to go film herself with another man, which, let's just call a spade a spade. If I tell my husband right now that I want to go and film an adult film so that we can pay the rent, he probably going to say, you can leave, and he'll pay the rent. Like, no man, no woman, it goes both ways. No person, when you get into a relationship that's monogamous, my man's body parts, how he looks, sex, all of that is for me, and vice versa. We don't need to be going and hoeing and stuff. So it's interesting that Emily doesn't understand that. But she ends up crying like a little bitch baby over this man's ex-girlfriend, which confused me. I don't know if it confused y'all at first, because when Emily came on this show, she stated that the way that she knows Justin is because of his ex-girlfriend. In the previous episode, we just learned that the way that she's been communicating with Justin is through his ex-girlfriend's Global Tail Links or Securitas account. So it's very strange to now see her crying, saying there's an ex that's after him. So there's another ex-girlfriend named Liz. Liz was with Justin for a couple of years. Liz and Justin broke up. Liz has been messaging Emily, or what the hell? Why I'm forgetting the girl's name? Emily. She's been messaging Emily, basically telling her that she feels as if Justin is just using Emily for money, and he's not actually interested in being with her, which I do kind of believe to a certain extent, but then I also kind of don't believe it. This is where Emily's crying, like, I don't know what to believe, and I don't know what to do, and the situation's so hard. I'm just like, shut up, bitch. I don't like how she cries. Her voice is annoying. But she's upset about the situation. And what ends up happening is we learn that Emily gave him $5,000. And I'm going to pause before we go any further and get into the girlfriends, because this confused me. What do you need $5,000 for in jail?
I was confused about that as well. I'm like, $5,000. What exactly? Y'all, I need to learn how commissary works, because I don't know.
Commissary is expensive. I have been in jail. Sorry, y'all. Long time ago. But commissary is expensive, but it's ramen noodles, like little toiletries, like little stuff. But not $5,000 expensive.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, what? Because you know, my only experience, because my friend Chelsea works for the women's correctional facility out here in Phoenix, the same prison that Jodi Arias is in, and how she explains it to me, because Jodi Arias gets Amazon packages every day and literally is a millionaire in prison. So I'm like, okay, so how does this work exactly? Do people put it in an account, like, and then you just
I know you can have accounts outside of jail that you could still have access to. And then if you have, like, if you work and stuff, the jail can also hold an account for you as well. With commissary is different at every jail. Some jails have it to where your loved ones can call and use a debit card or go up to the jail and put money on your account that you can later use, kind of like a balance, like an available credit. And then other places have it to where you can get packages like her. Some places you cannot get packages. Everything has to go through it. But everywhere is different in how they do their commissary. But for the most part, it's essentially the same. If you're in prison, you're going to be able to do a little bit more than you would with jail, believe it or not. But it's just, even with knowing all of that, I'm like, $5,000 for a prisoner is crazy. So maybe he is bullshitting her.
I think he is. I think that you're in jail. You can't do a whole ass thing. I'm trying to get you, keep you monetized. You can't do.
Oh, you 15 minutes in, you fine.
Okay, bitch, you can do a whole ass thing for me, but sit there and tell me what you would like for me to do or not to do. So at this point, if you can't produce any munions, get the fuck out of my face.
Because I'm not sending $5,000 while I'm free to nobody, not even my husband.
First
and
of
he
all,
is listening. If that nigga go to jail, you're definitely not getting $5,000. Look, my Brian wants to go to $5.
I'm trying to tell you, like, especially if you did some crazy ass shit to get up in there.
You want a home to come back to?
Yeah, like for real. That's my biggest gripe with Kaylee over there. But see, Kaylee is the average Phoenix woman who do shit like the Phoenix women do goofy shit like give men $5,000, give men 10 to 20 to 40,000. They do that goofy shit because they so wanting a man that to me that is fucking insane, especially when you have children that you got to raise.
That's crazy. Let me tell y'all this. I be hitting up Gigi from the Valley Persian style begging for a sex toy, one of her units or something before I listen.
I'm trying to tell you because and I get y'all. I get the world. There is a shortage of men. I totally understand that. I'm totally understand that. But at the end of the day, that does not mean you just send men $5,000 while they in prison.
You pull a 90-day fiance or something,
but right? Because that's exactly what I would do.
I just thought of this looking at Joseph Felton's comments. Sorry, it took so long to put it on the screen. Joseph Felton said, you know that the son is getting teased by kids at school because now they know his mama's a freak.
How old is her son? How old is her son?
Her son is school age.
Second grade or something, huh?
He's school aged.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is old enough because kids is watching shit nowadays. Yeah. Okay.
Shout out to every teacher and educator. But I'm looking like you have $5,000 to give to this nigga, but your mom is watching your son.
Let me say this. When I looked at this episode, it was like, y'all, it feels like this episode was just, y'all are aware that y'all are being played now. Y'all are aware that y'all being lied to. And now, next episode, and some of this episode, you hoes and niggas are willfully volunteering to be a fool. I don't understand it. And I think that's why I was so annoyed, because I'm looking like, I know when we're in it, when we're in stuff, we don't want to see, the flags. But I was just like, wow, like it's like literally right there on the platter.
And they're ignoring it. Every person this episode did that. And I'm not going to lie, it annoyed the crap out of me. It annoyed the dog shit out of me because I don't understand. Justin should be grateful to get at least $5 from Emily. We don't see him declining the money either. So hush up.
Right. And that's my problem with him.
You
judging her. Yeah.
You taking the money from your girl, busting it low and spreading it wide.
At least she's trying to make money.
And sending you $5,000 too at the same time, at the same token. Like, to me, you would want to shut your ass up and let her do what she got to do to get you that money if you still want it. Because if you don't want it, then don't fuck with her. It's that simple.
Just motivate her and say, listen, baby, make that money. Don't let it make you.
No, here's the thing. Make this money, but don't let this be your long-term goal, because at the end of the day, body parts is going to mess up and, it's not going to be the same anymore.
I remember, I don't know why I'm thinking of this. I'm going to somebody's hell. I'm all right with it. I got ice water. But there was a documentary I was watching years and years ago on HBO. This was before the apps and stuff existed. I just happened to have cable and had HBO. Shout out Comcast. But I was watching a documentary about like the art of hoeing, like what's like call girls, prostitutes go through. And do you know that when they have nights that are too busy, they got to go to the ER because they hoo-has get so hot from all that friction. I looked at that shit and I said with Emily, I said, I wonder if she's ever had to like take a visit to the ER
I
because
mean,
For burning.
I said it sounds like they be doing it to where they coochie.
well, you have to understand, yeah, things dry up eventually. So yeah, you got to understand. And if they keep going and be like, hey, okay, next intruder, come on in. You know, and they'd be like, come on in. Yeah, it's going to then rash up and then yeah.
Hello, Shani. I'm sorry you walked in on this show, but welcome in, Shani.
Can I say something? And I'm not even gonna apologize for being insensitive, but she's so worried about this nigga that's locked up. And I know that the man is now, he went on to be with the Lord, and that's fine and dandy, or he may be sizzling with Satan. I don't know. However, she's worried about him and have all her stock into him. That, ma'am, you really need to be with your son. Like, being away from him so you can just fuck on niggas and you know, because I guess they pay the bills. I'm not mad at it, and I'm not discounting her at any.
Soda's fast food, soda selling cars,
retail, trade.
She can work in somebody's call center. She can do
look like a tattoo artist.
Yeah, like she can do a lot with her life, and I feel like, to me, this is just taking, and I'm not trying to offend people who are in this industry, but I do look at that as taking an easy way out.
It is, because it's easy money, and the easier it is, things happen. Things don't always go well when you always want to take the easy route. And I'm not saying we have to live hard and we have to like suffer and just go through. But come on, like, I'd rather be with my kid, watch him grow up, because you're missing things that are so important to him. But because you put yourself first and making sure you are good, you're leaving him behind. And that pisses me off as a mom. And I don't know why I'm getting so emotional, but that shit pisses me off.
Well, you're a mom because you understand. You understand that your kids,
oh my God, y'all.
You have to raise your children. You have to be in the forefront. So if you're leaving your kids with your mama, you're not doing that. You're missing out on moments that are milestones. Like we said, her kid is in the 2nd and 3rd grade. How long are you going to do this? How long are you going to be out there in Wells, Nevada at the brothel over there with the men? Like, how long is too long for you to do this where you need to get a regular job? I feel like when you have kids, you shouldn't be doing this. Like, honestly, kids should be your way out of this.
That is the biggest thing. If you're doing this with kids, it should be your way out. If you're doing this to provide for your kids, no shade, you shouldn't have had them. And a lot of parents get mad hearing that. Nobody is talking about your kid. But if having a kid means that the only way that you're going to be able to make money is to sell your fucking body, then no. And I'm not trying to be offensive, but people just don't have to be offended. You don't like it, get a fucking regular job. As quiet as it's kept, because I done been homeless, slept outside on Alameda Beach. I done been through some shit, and I never turned to hoeing. I never turned to stripping. And a lot of the people who go through it, with me knowing people who do it, are going through it because of some trauma. So if Emily's not presenting us with some huge trauma, it's looking like you just out here hoeing to hoe. And what is the purpose of what you're doing if your kids and your family is still living regular? In the words of Boots from Flavor of Love, I say it often, if you're going to be a hoe, you need to be a top dollar hoe. And she's not giving that. You're getting fucked in a weird room in the middle of a desert by random niggas who haven't even been properly tested for STDs. They've just had you look at their balls for lumps and bumps.
Which, once again, are you qualified to do that? Do you know exactly what you're looking for? That's the problem.
And you can have a lump or a bump.
A lump or a bump. It could be ingrown hair. It could be anything. Like, yeah.
And you can have nothing there and just have AIDS running all up in your coochie and syphilis and whatever other STIs and STDs exist. Either way, Emily's terrible, but it gets worse. It gets worse. And that's good you're emotional, Kiwan, because that shows you care. And I think women, kids are not a special like intuition as it relates to mothering. And to watch people on Love After Lockup like this. That's why I'm kind of glad to have people
Crazy.
recapping it. It gets difficult sometimes because it's like, are people really like this?
One more thing, and we can move. With Emily, is she the? I believe that she does have trauma. I just think that she wear it well under all that black and goth and things like that. She doesn't give she you could tell there's a difference. Like when she talked to Justin and her son, there is a bit of a care. But when she talked to these, she completely turns it off. She turns off that what word I want to use, y'all. She's detached. That's the word I'm looking for. You can tell that she's absolutely detached from her the people that she's servicing. I think I'm just annoyed because not only that, it's all these other things are starting to resurface, and that bitch Brittany ain't shit. But we can keep going.
Yeah, she I think that's probably her way to detach. That's a comment just from someone. I have dealt with sexual assault, unfortunately, when younger. And when it happened to me, entirely detached, went to another place, didn't even know it was over. So I feel like maybe that's a tactic that she may have taken on from some trauma. She worked in a male-dominated prison and says that it's caused issues with her visiting him. I'm wondering if something happened to her working in the prison. Because my mom was doing, clinical work in a jail as a psychiatrist or whatever. And she was saying that a lot of the people that she would service outside of the inmates were actually staff members who had been female staff members that dealt with like crazy things, people masturbating and releasing themselves through cell walls onto staff walking by, just trying to do psychosocial and social determinant of health assessments. Like they go through stuff. Women go through a lot working in law enforcement as a whole. But I think especially in corrections, they go through a lot, especially if they're in a male jail. So I feel like something may have happened to her there because, baby, you had the job, you had the career, you had everything you needed, and you just left it to be old. So something happened. But unfortunately, Justin's exes meet up. I said, these bitches ain't. They look nasty in the face. These were not attractive, clear women. I'm sorry. They just were not. I was looking at one of them like, and the other one, the redheaded one, I'm just like,
Brittany or Liz? Brittany was the short one. Liz was the skinnier one.
Liz was the skinnier one that was with him for some time. Now, Brittany irritated me because you hooked him up. And she says the only reason she hooked up Emily with Justin is because she wanted Emily to be a placeholder while Liz and Justin figured out their situation. So it sounds like there's overlap with the timeline. I feel for everybody.
I say, here we go. And remember, I questioned this last week. I did.
You questioned the whole Brittany situation?
I did.
Okay.
I said,
weird for your ex to be so willing.
Because why would you be willing to hook? Because I wouldn't take him.
Because
remember, I said I would take him if I knew the ex was trying to hook me up. Because why the fuck you not with him then? And why you want me to be with him? Because that's how I feel. Whenever someone tells me, "Oh, my ex will be perfect," why would your ex be perfect if it didn't work out with you?
Right.
Like I need to know specifics, not because we had a conflict of personality, because that's the easiest one that people run to, the conflict of personality. No, I need to know specifics. And then
this is a weird situation because when I look at each of these women, well, all three of them, Emily, Brittany, and Liz, none of them, like, he doesn't have a type. I'm like, Justin, you just out here dating who you can date. You clearly don't have a type. But these women were kind of messy. They did annoy me. What ends up happening is Liz wants to get back with that old thing. Liz wants to get back with Justin.
She do.
I'm like,
I'm so annoyed with that. It's like you want him because he with somebody else.
Talking about y'all were toxic for 2 whole years, but you want to give it another try. That's what the fuck people be doing. And being the friend that's like, I feel like I have 3 types of friends. There's the ones that's single and doing dumb shit and just don't seem to learn from their own mistakes. And then I have the ones that are single with some sense and they have Like they're securing themselves, so they're okay if they gotta wait. And if they get with somebody, they'll end it if some bullshit happen. And then there's the friends like me that are married, looking at the rest of everybody else, like, my God, it's. Why would you want to go after someone who is in a relationship with someone else? Well, you're friends with his ex, who put him in a relationship with someone else. Why would you want to sleep with a nigga that had his dick up in a hoe? Because no shade, I'm gonna just say what it is. Y'all can cancel me and feel how you feel. If I know that my man that been on East 14th, San Pablo, the Visadero Road, buying hoes, don't come near me, sir, because this pH is great, and you're not gonna fuck me up. Not today, not tomorrow, not any day.
No, my question for Liz is, why is he of value now that he's with someone else? Why is he of value to you now that he's with somebody else versus when he was with you and not being of value? Like, I just don't understand that.
To answer that,
blocked her on everything, and she still snatched the phone. I was like, "Are you gonna leave? I want to be with you."
Yeah. Like, and I think to answer James' question, because she clearly she knows everything about Emily, and now she feels like she's the better woman because Emily is a sex worker, and that's just.
But she knew that before she hooked him up with him.
Liz,
yes, she knew that
it.
Before she said it.
Yeah,
she said it in the conversation.
To just be a placeholder because Emily told me she was a prostitute.
She was a prostitute, so she didn't think Emily would be serious with him. That was her mindset. Her mindset
that he has the mindset of he's very possessive and controlling when he was out, like separate from the whole situation. He's just one of those dudes who has to control what his female does, where she goes. He wants her all to himself. So they didn't think that this shit would last.
They didn't think it would last because Emily is so sex positive and free. They thought he would have a hard time, especially being locked up, to tame her. But when they found out the shit actually was working because she's sending him money and doing what, they weren't doing, then now it's a problem. That's why I asked that question. Why is he of value now that he's with somebody else? Versus when he was with you, he was no value to you. What does he have? It seems like they are hiding something, kind of like Kaylee's mother-in-law over there. It seems like they're hiding something that they don't want Emily to know. That's my interpretation of that, because it's weird. Why would you hook him up? It's like, what are you trying to prove now? It doesn't make sense.
But but isn't he lying? Like, okay, so he's only talking to the ex, Liz, we don't know whether or not they have something going on.
Right, we don't know.
He was talking to her, but that's why she snatched the phone and had to call through Brittany, because he has blocked Liz on everything.
Yes.
And they don't like that he's actually starting to have feelings for Emily.
Yes.
It sounds like there's jealousy from Liz, because I feel like a lot of their toxicity came from him being controlling. But I feel like she's mad because with Emily, she's probably saying Emily allowed to have more freedom than she had, and it's probably making her feel some type of way, because bitches that look like that is for show trying to compare themselves to others. But I'm just looking, I'm like, all of you people are well over 25. To me, if you're over 25, you no longer get a pass for being stupid in adulthood. Past 25, figure it out and be accountable. What's wrong with these hoes?
But the other thing to piggyback off of that, Liz don't understand is that you're free. Why would you want to get back into a controlling environment?
Which is why I asked that question. Because it does not make sense. When the thing about it is, I could see if there was things invested, like maybe they had plans of, owning a property together. Maybe they were about to sign on the dotted line. Maybe she had, children with. It's always something that I can see of a value to why you would want somebody back. Like with Bonita and Diamond, I can see why she wants to hold on to him when we get there. I see why, but at the same time, it's like, okay, but why,
Yeah. It's either scripted or they just dumb, which it could go either way. No, because women be like into, I'm a baddie, I'm this and that, and then be doing the dumbest shit when it comes to relations and dating. So You know, they all gave me that they just a tad touched. The lights are on and no one's home. Aisha and Michael, as his auntie calls him. So Aisha in this damn bird's nest, and Keewan said it's giving dumb. It is.
Right.
It is. Nobody looked like they strung out on crack or nothing. Everybody looked like they was in the regular, not the special class in school. These bitches is dumb and desperate.
Kaylee especially.
I'm gonna get to her together.
Yeah, because I can't wait. When I tell you,
makeover and then come back looking like I just gave birth and I'm still postpartum. Go to hell, Kaylee. Go straight to hell. I'm mad at her BBL and that mommy makeover.
I'm mad that the mama called her dumb right to her face and she sat there smiling. Never mind, we gonna get there.
We gonna get there, but that lady's been there all season.
All season. Both of the mamas that said she's stupid, and she's sitting there just smiling.
That's what a stupid bitch would do. You stupid.
Let's go. Okay, let's go back to the Black Cindy Lauper. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting.
Hey,
time after time.
I'm tired of this bird's nest.
Oh, Lord.
It is stressing me out. It is stressing me out. Her head looked like where that bird that flew into James's window needs to go. I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't understand it either. She too
know
old for this shit. She too old for this shit. Like
she is, but she also doesn't know anything about Mikhail. Like the fact that his name is Michael. Like you don't even know his fucking name and how to pronounce it. That would be like if I got with a man and he called me Amina instead of Amina. Like go straight to hell, sir. Go somewhere. Which happens often, by the way. But
no, it's just like Aisha, you need to hug that baby doll some more and get you some. I mean, you need to do something because
I told y'all that fucking doll. Some people use them in a way that is healthy, but she is not.
She's not. She's using it as Annabelle right now, and it's getting on my nerves.
I do. So Aisha goes to see Michael's aunt, and I don't know if y'all felt the same way. Did y'all feel like she maybe didn't tell the auntie she was coming?
No, she didn't. That auntie opened that door and said,
it looked like the auntie was in the house, maybe to go get some groceries, to get some fish for after church. And here come this lady pulling up on her property, which you know is in the sticks, based on where they was at.
Right.
With the happy ass white woman next to her, asking questions about her incarcerated nephew, who, to her knowledge, which we gonna learn, is in jail for life. So she's talking to the auntie, and she says, "I want to go look at his land. I want to imagine all the things he told me about." Okay, no shade. Unless that man tell you he in Huntsville, Alabama, you shouldn't have imagined nothing 2 grams, boo. You shouldn't have imagined nothing 2 grams. I'm just keeping it real, and that's no disrespect to the great people of Alabama. It's no disrespect, but it's one of those states where the state is the sticks, and then in like northern parts of the state, for the most part, is where it's populated. But the rest of it,
it looks depressing. Like it looks like when you drive through it, it looks like sadness. Like I had to stop in Alabama because I had to get gas, but I just remember thinking, thank God it was a Buc-ee's where it was 150 gas station stalls and a big ass looked like a grocery store, because I'm telling you, I just couldn't. I felt sad.
Not I feel sad.
I did. I felt like, especially driving through Mobile. Oh my God! Like, no.
I've been to Mobile once to drop my grandmother off for a cruise. She didn't go. True story.
Y'all, I was sad. I was like, why are people living like this? Like, never mind.
If you don't know better, then you don't. You know, and a lot of times, just have a family that lives in the sticks. A lot of them have no clue of what there is outside of it, and a lot of them are happy as hell. And honestly,
absolutely. My family has over 40 acres in Pell City, Alabama, which is like outside of Birmingham. So yeah, I have family out there. It's just and they are very peaceful, you know, happy people. They are, for the most part. They love where they live. Well, I'm just saying for the most part, because, you know, my people's their 7 day of vengeance, if you guys know what that is. So yeah,
I heard of it.
ugh. Very Old
Everyone likes
Testament.
where they live, though. Like some people don't understand why I'm in California, just like I don't understand why you in Phoenix. Some people may not understand Texas, where Kiwan is at. That's the thing that I do like about people, like where you decide to live. If you like it, hey,
I don't understand. I don't understand why I live in Phoenix either. But I'm trying my hardest to get out of it.
cannot, James. So they get in the car with his auntie. And they drive her because she was like, can you take us to see his property? And she's like, okay. And this is common. It's probably like James's family. They probably got hella acres.
Yep.
And it sounded like the auntie got her house. Mikhail had his trailers, probably some other like Beauty and Black Alabama version. But they get to the land and auntie said, well, it's right up in there. They said, you're not going to walk? Why would you ask the older Black lady dressed in her Sunday best and her
with a cane
and a cane to walk in a dirt road in Alabama up to where her nephew was arrested? Like, stop. But they end up walking. And I said, they must have been walking for a while because it started to get dark.
Dark, yep.
It started to get very dark, very quick. And they get up to the house and she discovers it's not a house. It's a single wide mobile home. Nothing wrong with it. Very common, especially in the sticks. And she is like, there's nothing here. So this bitch was expected to see buffaloes and goats and what the fuck else goes on farms? I don't know what a farm animal has. I'm from California.
Well, she thought she was going to see the Duke of Hazzards, chickens, and everything else, pigs and hogs and sloths and everything like that.
She saw caution tape, blood, potential bullet holes inside of the house. The place looked like it had been ransacked by the police, and she found some documents from when he went to jail, like arrest paperwork, that she took with him without permission. I don't care how well I know somebody. I'm not removing something from someone's house without them knowing that I'm removing it.
Right.
I'm not doing it because last thing you need, especially the way niggas be, well, the last person here, so they must have took. Don't remove nothing, especially when it comes to like court documents and things. Don't touch it. But okay, Aisha, we based on your hair, I know you don't make good choices. And she said over and over, it was annoyed, and her friend's just delusional with her, Chrissy, because Chrissy was there. She's like, it's just, I want to have something for my memory. It's not what I imagine.
Girl, she pissed me off with that shitty ass trailer. Like,
Go ahead.
Girl, the man lied. The man lied. The man finagled you. The man did not hold up anything. That shit didn't look like nothing of what he described to you. You have this delusional mindset.
Thank you.
He's talking about chickens, billy goats. That he lied.
He lied. He clearly lied. He sold you a dream for whatever commissary you gave him, and you are just take your loss and drive your ass back to Georgia.
Exactly. You more of what's not there.
Okay. I trade to Georgia, bitch. You got to
For
go.
real, you got played. That is the risk you take. When, ladies and gentlemen who are watching us, we're not trying to judge anybody in the system. Please get me wrong. But you know what? At the end of the day, these motherfuckers be lying.
He did have what he had at one point, though.
At one point, he don't have it today. Is what we're talking about.
Who the fuck did she think was taking care of them alpacas and horses and billy goats from the pictures we saw? If the person who was caring for them is gone, it's not cheap to have farm animals. Like, you thought the family was just gonna keep up with that? I said, Aisha, why are you on this show? I feel like they could have replaced her with someone interesting. Because bring Ty back. She was delusional. She was delusional in the grandest ways. Bring Ty back. Hell, I'll take Letitia and Keith's criminal asses. Aisha don't need to be here. Like, I feel like they're pulling a TLC, kind of like 90 Day, where they bring people on, knowing the shit ain't gonna work, knowing they bullshitting or being bullshitted, and they still filmed it. Because I don't know. Aisha better have a change. Joseph says she thought she was gonna see old McDonald with the cows and the pigs.
Okay, this is my thing. The biggest giveaway that wasn't shit up there is when Auntie said, "No, I'm not going up there." That was the biggest giveaway for me right there. Because what you
She
mean?
didn't want to go.
Yeah, like she didn't want to go, and she lived on the premises. Like,
I
She
thought
said
it
she
was
had
they
been up
puppy
there 10
dog.
years. She
huh?
said it's been 10 years since she had been to see his
Yes,
property.
exactly. That's the biggest giveaway right there. I'm like, why take you? If there's shit up there,
That
the
is
way
so.
he described, she wouldn't be afraid to go up there, or she wouldn't. She'd have been up there more recently. No, I'm sorry. That was the biggest giveaway for me.
The
Is when
auntie
the
was
auntie.
trying to figure out why the fuck people were at her doorstep. And I'm going to give my auntie some grace because she looked confused. They
She
left her
did.
in that car. And I'm
That's
going to get to that. I'm going to get to that because that pissed me off because I'm real big. Let me tell you, when people from the bayou raise you, okay, you learn to respect your fucking elders.
Right.
You do. And you understand that they went through a lot and we should be respectful and kind and make their senior years as easy as it can be because we're going to hit that someday.
Yeah.
Right. So it pissed me off like nobody's business when they left my auntie in that car. And she going to be my auntie for this episode. Why would you leave her in the car? And then she had the audacity to lock the car. You couldn't leave my auntie in the car with the keys. You couldn't leave. Y'all seen the flicker of the light? They pissed me off with that. They just did.
Not only that, but then they didn't roll the window down, and then they left her there until the night. It was kind of like Auntie looking around. Yeah, Auntie looking around like
that was dark.
Yeah, it was. It got dark, and I'm just like, I mean, had it not been for that wig, we wouldn't have saw Aisha coming down the damn thing.
That's crazy.
Shut up, James. Not had it not been for that wig, just messy, slyly. Lord help us, Shani. I cannot. She said she thought she was gonna be. It was gonna be Yellowstone, the TV show. She wanted to see bisons and everything. Shani.
My problem with her is you know, and you still. I don't know. It just a lot. When she went to the door, the lady didn't even let her in the house. You know, usually they'll be like, "Hey, come on in." But the lady looked like her stance was very defensive. Like, I don't know you.
You got cameras here.
Yes, and even when they dropped her off, she still didn't let them in the house. And the way Aisha framed it as if you and that auntie was so cool that y'all really gotten to know each other. That's how she framed it. So I'm thinking when you go knock on the door, she'll be like, "Hey, baby, how you doing? Come on in." Unless the lady didn't want cameras in her house. And that I can understand. But for you to get this far and you still use this lady told you what it was. And another thing, if she hadn't been there in 10 years, who has been in that house in 10 years? Now I have questions. Has it been locked up for 10 years and nobody has been there to treat? Because they said it was a stench when they went in, they was able to smell whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, what we doing because to me, it feels like some homeless people may have found it and started, living in it or whatever they call it. But the fact that you can consistently be so delusional, like be fucking for real, like why are we doing this? Why are we feeding your insecurities? Like this is bullshit at this point. I'm have a better attitude next week.
No, because it was like that's why I said they could keep Aisha. She don't need to be on the fucking show because, like, I can deal with delusion. Obviously, if we cover reality TV, we could deal with a certain level of delusion. But like the way that she was just looking around, like talking about this fake ass, it was almost like a little kid, like getting to Neverland for the first time and seeing that there's not even a fucking Ferris wheel. Like it was kind of pathetic to watch, but you honestly made a lot of good points.
No, you did.
Somebody else in the house. And if there wasn't, then you don't need that nigga no way because I don't trust nobody that put their bed in the center of the room. I don't trust it.
And the fact that you didn't Google the fact that if a man has 2 strikes, a third one, he's getting life. The fact that you didn't look any further than where you looked told me everything.
Great state of Georgia which is one of the states with the highest recidivism rates and one of the highest arrest and
Yes.
incarceration rates, anybody in the South should expect that. Hell, we got a third strike law in California.
I just feel like she really just took this man's word and whatever delusions he has about his situation and just ran with it. Didn't think, okay, let me look into this myself. Because if you do get out, I want to make sure we keep you out. I want to make sure, things happen. It's just like, to me, and that's what, once again, she too old for this shit. I could see if she was 21. Fine.
She knows what's going on. If you look online and someone has life in prison, it will say 999 years usually. So the fact that she saw the 999 years but ignored the charge.
No, because she thought it was a typo.
Right.
But it tells you outside of that typo, when you look up someone's charge, you have been sentenced to, it usually says life, and then they will put still, because they have to in court, the amount of years. And if you are younger, they'll put 999 years. I had a cousin explain it to me who works in criminal law. Shout out to the cousin. But basically, I say that to say I do think Aisha's bullshitting us, the cameras, everyone. You should know if someone has life in prison. I could look up any prisoner. I could look up people who ain't even gone to prison in county jail.
Well, see, and then that makes me think her going into the prison, you were never going to get the chance to see him if he has life in prison. You were never going to get the chance to see him at all because they weren't going to let you. They weren't going to approve that.
So
because you're not his wife.
Did anybody in prison who have life?
No.
So they do approve. That's incorrect to a certain extent. They do approve people who have life to have visitors in states like that. They do. The problem is with prison, when you go to visit somebody, depending on your charge, depends on the number of visitors you can have. Depending on your charge, depends on the type of visitors you can have. Prison is not like the county jail where I could just look up the stuff on the internet and go visit a random person right now and get in. It's, you have to apply for the people you want to be able to visit you. You have to prove your relationship to them and with them.
Yes.
There are photos that go into it. They do background checks and investigations. And 9 times out of 10, they're not going to just let any random person visit. Now, we've had people on this show before who've dealt with people in similar situations and have been able to visit, but I mean, it's the state that this guy is in. We haven't had too many people on Love After Lockup who've been locked up in Louisiana, Alabama.
Right.
This like one of the few seasons, honestly, probably the first where they've done that, and they're stricter out there. So they'll say no to approving shit that they could approve. But I feel like Aisha's not telling us something.
So do you think she didn't get approved and just decided to go down there anyway?
I think she knows. She told us that she's still waiting to find out if she was approved when she went down there. That's why I said last week, like, why would you even go down there if you don't know you're approved yet? You're not going to get in without an approval, and then you still have to plan your visit. So like, she knew she wasn't going to get in, but I think she's hiding something in terms of herself. I don't think she's as innocent as she seems. There has to be more to the story because the bitch don't make no sense. Joseph said, poor auntie, she just wants to be left alone in the house watching her stories. Okay. And then came these 2 buffoons on her doorstep.
No.
I love Joseph Felton. I've been
yes, I'm glad you backed Joseph Felton because you are hilarious.
Politely hilarious, because if I go to my grandma's house right now, she'll probably be like, well, hi, baby. I love you. Look beautiful. What the hell you want? She'll be like, what you want, girl? What the hell you want? Because at Judge Judy, the rerun, she will tell me that she don't want to deal with me to watch a rerun.
I'm watching Beyond the Gates. Please.
Yes. That show is good, but older people really love it.
Really? I didn't know. Yes. It is good, though.
It's really good.
Wow.
Everyone wants me to cover Beyond the Gates, but I'm kind of scared to cover scripted TV. Believe it or not, Amina is shy, y'all. So I'm kind of scared to do scripted TV, but people keep asking me.
That one's a harder. You guys understand? That's a hard. Soap operas in general are hard because the story continues on and on and on and on, and there's no end point. Like,
I go on vacations and stuff. I'm gonna be having to get my clinical hours because I'm finished. I graduate next year, so I'm like, I'm trying to figure it out.
yeah, it's not an easy show to recap. Like, I know it looks easy because the storylines aren't as deep as like General Hospital, but it's still a hard dialogue. It really
Do you
is.
cover the show, Kiwan, Beyond the Gates?
Just because I don't want that responsibility. I don't want to be able to have to like keep up with 5 shows and
Constantly.
Yeah, and then the thing about it is this show may be like, Days of Our Lives, where it'll go on for 60 years. And, do you have 60 years to give
75 on YouTube?
Talking about like, to me, I just feel like that I needed to have an endpoint. Like, I know at some point Housewives is going to have an endpoint. They're going to have a finale. They're going to have a reunion. And then it's my choice whether if I want to go back next season and recap it or not. I have that option. With Beyond the Gates, I'm not going to have that option. They're going to continue to go on.
And on.
And on, yes.
And on. Lord help us. Kiwan had commented, that make me wonder if Aisha did this to get on TV to further her rap career. Probably. And we are, in the words of Nene, bitch, we see each other.
Period.
Because why else are you here? No, cancel. Damn Siri. I
thought you were saying cancel Aisha. I'm sorry, y'all. We having these moments.
She said, I need to go. Joseph said, oh, my grandma is obsessed with Beyond the Gates. If it's not Young and the Restless, she's watching Beyond the Gates. Yes, I'm telling you. Leave these grandmas alone. Let them be. Knocking on their door with a bird's nest on your head and a platinum blonde.
Looking a mess.
Looking a mess. But whatever, Aisha, we're going to move forward from you. Goddess Moo Moo, a.k.a. Damon. And Bonita.
Lord have mercy. The birds and the rooster, I tell you.
Which one is the bird and which one is the rooster?
I said birds. So birds, the birds and the rooster. Anytime that man open his mouth, them heifers is running. I'm telling you, I ain't never seen 2 delusional ass women in all of my life.
Well, okay. One wouldn't say that Bonita is a straight up bird, but she needed some money, and I wasn't and you went to jail.
You know what? I don't have much in the notes, y'all. I have like the smallest little paragraph.
Okay, well, go ahead and read them, and we'll comment after.
Talking to Boo Boo about his clothes because the baby mama, aka Bonita, has all his stuff because they were together before he went to jail. And Moo Moo got us to go and get his shit from the ex. Like, he can't wait till he out and go get it himself. But I understand that we're dealing with some insecure women here. So meanwhile, they on the phone trying to figure out how he gonna get his stuff back. And this is what's wrong with y'all in the hood. Black people, hear me when I say this, and I say it with love. For this man to be in jail, have kids, and he is more concerned about getting his Jordans, his Timbs, his Air Force, his Cuban link chains, he's more concerned about getting a bunch of materialistic shit that realistically, looking at the neighborhood you live in, my guy, you can't afford that shit. You can't.
No, but according to him, he has businesses. He got box trucks.
He's not about to play me. If you have all of these name brand items, because I'm gonna tell y'all this to the day I die, I'm still shopping at Ross. I'm still shopping on Shein. I'm still shopping everywhere that's discounted and cheap. And absolutely. I can actually afford. I work as a social worker. I can afford to buy myself name brand if I really want to, but I don't do that with everything unless it's something like with purses. That's my thing. I will buy. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. But I use it daily. I'll take care of it. I don't understand why motherfuckers in the hood. I got businesses. I got this. I got name brand. Do you own a house? Do you own property? Do you understand what your tax percentage is? Do you understand what it means to get into marketing? Have you flipped the business? Like, you sitting in jail, my nigga, and you're worried about shoes.
Right.
How about you ask that bitch who's hiring in the neighborhood?
Exactly.
Is Indeed still around? can you update my resume for me so I could get a phone interview or something by the time I'm out, since he's supposed to be getting out? Why are you worried about some shoes at your nasty looking baby mama's house who calls herself Bonita, an insult to my Spanish cousins? I don't understand it. I don't. So Bonita is trying to replace a ring. Bonita has sold the items that Mumu wants. And Mumu is playing both of these girls. He says he hopes to have a throuple, like to have like just a big open relationship. But I think he knows that's not going to happen and is just saying that so it doesn't look as bad that he's cheating. Because that's what's happening. He's playing both of these girls. And the nigga ain't slick. He's stupid as hell. And further proof that he's stupid as hell is him being in jail. Because the smart ones don't get caught. Just saying. Just saying. But Mumu's baby mama, Bonita, is trying to sell this engagement ring because she sold his stuff. And honestly, she's the baby mama. She probably sold his stuff so that she could pay for stuff, I would assume. That doesn't make it okay. And this is why you bitches need to understand it's not a flex to be a fucking baby mama. Because if you're a wife, we probably wouldn't have said shit. But when you just a baby mama, not even a girlfriend, I mean, she thinks she's a fiance, but how much of a fiance can you be when you decided to sell your ring because you didn't have faith in the nigga that you hope to be your husband enough to think that he might be able to get out and come home to his stuff? So you sold it. And then you go back thinking you're going to buy it back. That man said $4,900, which is actually cheap for a diamond ring that looked like what that one looked like. And her response was real because I ain't got it either, sis. So I'm not mad at her. But she pissed me off when she was like, you got any CZ? I was like, the fuck is CZ? I looked at the TV. It said cubic zirconia. There ain't nothing wrong with it. But baby, if you know anything about diamonds, then you know that it's very easy to tell the difference from a cubic zirconia ring from an actual diamond rings.
Yes.
They don't glitter the same. They don't. Think of it as looking at the cubic zirconia as like looking through a kaleidoscope as a kid and seeing pretty diamond figures. And looking at a diamond is something totally different. And I need to know more because I'm bougie about this ring. Okay, we know that the stone is cubic zirconia, but is the rest of it tungsten metal? Do we have platinum, silver, stainless steel? What is the base of the ring made with?
She couldn't tell you.
He says $64. I'm not spending $64 to lie. And then she's like, I'm gonna just convince him to get me a new ring and he won't care. I was talking to my husband while watching this. I said, because I've had some ring upgrades through my marriage. We got married when we were 19. So my first ring came from eBay. And then after that from K Jewelers. And then after that, it was upgraded, thank God. But your man is gonna ask you, trust and believe, what do you want to do with the old one? Is it sentimental? What if Mumu comes out and is like, all right, let me get the old ring so we could go get some bands? Because he seems like the type of nigga that'll be like, let me go, since we getting you a new ring, let's sell the old one, get some stacks or something. However the people talk today. And she's not thinking. That's all that happened with them. But
She's not thinking. Not only she's not thinking, you don't think he knows what he bought? You just think he went to, you just think he went like, okay, I'm a man. Now, I have bought an engagement ring twice, and I have been given one 3 times. I'm going to say this. I know what I bought. I know exactly the detail because I put in the effort to create it to make it unique. I know the 3 men that proposed to me gave me rings, and I knew exactly they got ideas from me, but they created it out there on my men. No. What the fuck they bought, Bonita? They're not that oblivious.
If they care enough, usually, to marry you and to make the effort, trust and believe they're paying more attention. When men don't care, oh yeah, they're not paying attention. But when it comes to
when men don't care, that means that ring came from some other lady that he was trying to give it to, and he kept it and gave it to your ass.
When it comes to rings, money, things like that, just based off how much they cost, he's paying attention.
Yes.
He definitely is paying attention.
He's going to know, and I can't wait for that reaction.
That's all that happened. Kiwan, did you want to add anything to these people?
About the
That's
ring.
really all that happened with them. they talked on the phone and then she sold a ring or she bought a ring for $64.
I mean, I understood why she sold it. Like, she did come on acting like, she had it like that. She had all these businesses. The guy, I don't know. It's just brokey to me. And I feel like only thing I think is he wanted to have all of his clothes and all of his things over at at Goddess's house, so he can have a place to lay his head. He's just looking for a security. Like, you're not as well as like, as far as career wise as you say you are. Because if you were in real estate and all of these things, you will have the best attorneys. You probably will be out of jail because you have a lot of money. Like, maybe I watched too much Power and all those other shows. But if you had it like that, you would already be out. And for you to put Gigi in harm's way by sending her to your baby mom's house, I think that's trash. I think that's absolute trash to pick up your things. You're trying to cause triangulation between these ladies, but then you want to have a menage a three with them. Like, boy, get the fuck.
That's the part that confuses me too, because if Bonita thinks you guys are engaged and in a great place and that you're in love, then why can't your stuff stay at her house and you get it later? Because it can't just be because you want somewhere to lay your head, because he got somewhere to lay his head with Bonita. But it seemed like he just being greedy. But I do think that he's broke as fuck, because you are absolutely correct. Power or not, if you got it like that and you're really successful, there's not one successful business person I know or entrepreneur that doesn't have an attorney on retainer. Not one. So I don't understand what these people are doing, but they're going to make a fool of themselves.
And judging by his mama's waves, the same, them waves, it clearly gives that you don't have as much money as you say you do.
No, the way his mama was put together.
Well, here's the thing. If he really did have all that shit, it would be with his mama. It wouldn't be at Bonita's house. Unless he didn't trust his mama. That's the only other thing I can give him, because that didn't make sense to me either. Like, okay, you seem to have a good relationship with your mama. Why isn't all your shit with your mama?
Because his mama probably got some nigga at her house who don't want him there. So I don't know. Well, one can only guess.
But one can only guess.
They ain't telling us nothing, but they making themselves look shady as hell. Joseph Felton said, if I paid a couple G's for a ring, hell yeah, I'm gonna pay attention to every detail in case you pull a switcheroo on me. Honestly, Bonita's a stupid bitch. That's not something you do on TV, because now any man that watches this show is gonna be in the night double checking they wife's wedding rings and shit, making sure it wasn't swapped out. But if you really love your man, and that's the thing Bonita doesn't understand. I don't think Bonita loves him, because if you love your man, you're not selling your ring. You're not taking it off. You could go through, me and my husband have been through bad times, struggling. We live in the Bay Area. Do you know we will struggle and set up a payment plan before I sell my wedding ring, and vice versa. So, because the ring actually represents something. Everyone who's not,
at least it's supposed to. Yeah, at least
it's the diamond. No, the circle and the shape of the ring is supposed to represent the never-ending and everlasting love, because the circle does not end. The diamond actually doesn't matter at all. But y'all gonna get mad at me.
Yeah, no, we ain't gonna get mad at you. We understand. Us adult people understand. It's these delusional adults that be like, oh well, now she had stuff to pay for and da 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 da. If that was the case, then she would get a job and do the business.
Or she could have pawned it and came back.
I wouldn't even have did that. Like, I wouldn't even, because to me, if I really love this man, like, let me put this in perspective. If I really love this man and he decided to do some fuck shit, I'm not selling my ring. I'm going to get 2 jobs, take that baby to his mama's house, since he was the one that fucked up, and work my shit, and then pick up my baby. And then because like you said, rings mean, every time I was given a ring, it always meant something, regardless if the relationship worked out or it didn't. A ring always meant something to me. So I just don't see me selling. Me personally, I would never pawn it. I would never want it out of my possession.
Well, This coming from a bitch that didn't even want to pay the $15 registration fee to be in the farmer's market. She wanted to be outside at the exit. So I can't expect much from Bonita, who is cutting fruit with the wrong knife, without gloves, while touching her cell phone on her titty, helping customers. You can't expect much out of certain types of bitches. We gonna wish her well and keep it moving. And then she named her daughter Dior. I said, live in the every stereotype, Bonita. Live in the every single stereotype that you can. And I'm getting tired of the cameraman showing the top of her head in this episode, showing her tracks. Y'all ain't right.
I am not paying attention to that.
I was paying attention.
I paid attention to it, but it was just kind of like
they didn't have to keep zooming in on her.
Yeah, I'm like, I see it. Like, what y'all want me to do? Like, what y'all? I can't tell her to comb it over. So yes.
You know what, James. The next people we go discuss is Kaylee and Michael, the only couple that's married that definitely needs to divorce. Kaylee and her bad built BBL having self are meeting with her mother, whose name I believe is Lori, and Angel, who is Michael's mama. And she did not tell Angel that her mom was with her, which I'm gonna just keep it a buck before I even explain what happened. I think that Kaylee did this on purpose. I think she wanted her mom and Michael's mom to get into it. Yep. I think that it satisfied her. She smiled the whole time and did not try to stop it. But the meeting doesn't go well. Angel felt ambushed. She kind of was. And I knew that things were going to go well when they sat down. And Kaylee was like, well, Michael's going to be getting out soon. And I really want you two to get along because you're both important to me. And Angel said, oh, you want us to get along? I said, oh, shit, right in front of her. I said, not these white women duking it out in the desert. I said, oh, no, it's far too hot in Phoenix. One, to be eating outside, and two, to be arguing. I live by that. I don't care what anybody tells me. I don't care who lives there, who doesn't. It's too hot in the fucking desert to be doing what they were doing. And they end up discussing Michael. And Kaylee's mom, Lori, pretty much tells Angel that Angel has not been there for her son. I said, whoa. The last thing we need is a crackhead mama that fucked over her kids telling somebody else how to be there for their own. I think that people need to stop telling others how to parent unless the way that they're parenting is impacting you. If you work in a school and somebody got some badass kids, talk to the parents. Yes, tell them about themselves. If I'm in a grocery store and somebody's kid is running around and starts acting a fool, stepping on my feet, destroying me, I'm going to tell them, get your fucking kid before I get you, bitch. But in this case, I don't think either Kaylee's mom, Lori, or Angel can judge each other's parenting. They both fucking failed, is the thing. Because Angel's son's in jail, finessing and bullshitting and lying still. And Lori's daughter is a fucking idiot who paid for a mommy makeover to come back looking like she just gave birth. So I can't sit here and say that either of them did the greatest job as parents because both of their kids came out stupid. I'm sorry, it sounds mean, but these moms are battling of like, who's the better parent? And I'm like, you both kind of fucked up. But I do side with Angel a little bit more in terms of parenting, because it seems like Lori wants Angel to support Michael so that Kaylee doesn't. And Lori, you cannot have an opinion because Kaylee and Michael are married. So your daughter should actually be the one that is supporting him, not his mom. The Bible says to leave and cleave. That's what I was taught, unless we read a different Bible. So Lori, this is your daughter's husband. If she wants to go broke for her husband, she's going to go broke for her husband. If her and her husband decide to move from Phoenix, Arizona to Mesa, Arizona, they're going to move. If they decide they want to do this show, they're going to do it. If they want to lie to each other, they're going to lie to each other. They are married. Step the fuck out and step back. And Lori doesn't have any argument because just like Angel told her, how you going to tell me about my kid when you was stealing from yours and you a felon as well? I said, oh, the white bitch is about to get down. And she tells Angel that her daughter has spent $42,000 on her son. And Angel looked and said, well, she's dumb. She shouldn't have married an A. I said, Yeah. And here's the thing. The only thing I'm a critique Angel on, you don't have to be so fucking rude. You can choose peace. And James could complain to me about his mama or any family member as much as he wants. Okay. I'm not going to go and then treat them with disrespect. And I can complain about my family as much as I want. Kiwan can complain about her family to us. It doesn't mean that if we meet each other's families, we disrespect them. Keep your opinion to yourself. In the words of Lucky's mama, Poetic Justice, shut the fuck up and put the cigarette out, please. Because it doesn't make sense for them to be having all of this dialogue about somebody who's locked up and about to be free in the first place. But Angel is correct. Her daughter was dumb to marry an inmate. She was dumb to hold him down. She could say no. That's another thing Angel said. She can say no. Because Lori's like, well, why is my daughter having to do it? And Angel's like, what's up? She just say no. Teach the bitch to have a backbone. The fuck is she supposed to do? So things go left, and Angel ends up bringing up that she's a felon. Lori snapped and threw some cold water right into. I mean, Angel took all of that water. Her shirt was a different color. She tried to throw it back, but couldn't. But I hollered at the end when she looked at Kaylee and said, do not bring your mom around me again. I said, oh, what's wrong with these people? What y'all think of these white people fighting and these people?
Can I go first, Kiwan? Okay. Because I live in Phoenix, y'all. I live in Phoenix. I didn't see a problem with what Angel said and what Angel called her stupid. I didn't see a problem with that because Kaylee is fucking stupid. I'm sorry. She is fucking stupid. $42,000 for what? When you got 4 fucking kids at home that you need to be raising
for a year or two.
Right.
Like you could have sent a kid to college so they don't.
You could do a whole lot, vacations, and you can go get you a man somewhere else who ain't in prison. The problem is that you're not telling the full truth. You was googly-eyed over this boy in high school. You always wanted him. And now that you got him and you realize the shit ain't what you thought it was, now you're stuck and all you can do is sit there with that fucking grin. I was not mad at Angel. I just wasn't, because she was telling her the truth. If he don't hear no, how else is he going to learn? You got to tell him no. And if your daughter want to be stupid as fuck borrowing money for you to put on his books, that is on y'all. That ain't on me. I told him no, and I meant what the fuck I said. If you take your ass to that prison, I'm not helping you no more. I am done. And that's what I feel like a lot of mothers should do. I'm sorry. As long as you got your basic needs, I'm not doing nothing else. I'm sorry, because I told your ass to get on the straight and narrow and get your life together. I don't feel like Angel was probably the best mom. I don't feel like that, but I don't feel like she was the worst mom either. I feel like whatever decision she decided to do when he was grown, that was on him. So I'm not going to fault her for that. Now, what I am going to fault is Lori's ass trying to act like just because she got her shit together now. 2012 wasn't that fucking long ago, ma'am.
It sure wasn't.
So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to agree with the mom who actually got common sense and who is actually pulling a fast one of y'all two stupid asses, because she holding $14,000 damn for her son while y'all spending y'all fucking money being stupid. Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry. Angel was the MVP for me. I'm sorry. I know that's fucked up, but oh well. Because he wouldn't have shit. If I was married to Michael wouldn't have shit but the clothes he got on his back and some basic ass food. He would not, because I told your ass not to go in there.
He would get from me $100 a month and a care package, one of the little $25 ones.
I'm trying to tell you.
Got to give them some noodles, some deodorant, some toiletries, some snacks. That's all you would get. It's crazy that the other mom is so entitled, but no shade. A lot of people who struggle with drug addiction sometimes have an entitled attitude coming out of it. And I respect people for, changing their lives the way Lori changed her life, but you cannot tell any person how to parent when you were stealing money from your child when she was no longer a child. Like, you were not safe either. But how'd you feel about it, Q1?
First of all, Kelly, if we can just that bitch. First of all, she a stupid bitch for multiple reasons. y'all already know I have a problem with women who put niggas over their children. And that is what you're doing. You're constantly taking and you acting like you don't have a fucking backbone, which is why Angel treats you the way she does.
Yep.
And which is why that husband is going to do you 10 times worse, because you can already clearly tell he has mama issues. His mama seemed like she was a verbally abusive type. She had to be, and she inflicted on him. He's gonna do the same thing to Kelly. And guess what? She gonna do everything he says. The only reason Lori, for me, is catering financially to Kelly, saying, you know, this is my daughter. I want to see her happy. You're trying to make up for all the shit you stole in the time you missed over time. So fuck you, because I would not. Like, the fact that you paying $700 for an outfit, girl, go to hell, because he wouldn't get shit from me. And I would give you the shirt off of my back. But I'm a little bit with Angel, even though I don't like her. And what pissed me off even more with her raggedy ass was when she said, when she pursed her teeth together and was like, what did she tell Kelly? Don't bring your mom around me. Wait till such and such hear about this. Like, you know, she's probably afraid of your son. And you know she's not going to say no. You know this lady is a pushover. So you threaten her by telling your son, and he's going to say something to Kelly to probably create more fear or whatever. Like, I didn't like it. I don't like Angel. I cannot stand the bitch. Lori ain't my favorite either, but Kelly, I want to punch the dog shit out of her just because she's stupid. And she lack common sense, or she act like she lacks common sense. Like, you don't need a man that bad till, you know, we are here. $42,000, bitch, you lost your mind? Like, that's crazy.
I do remember too, something you brought up that's a good point. Right. Her kids in a previous episode, they were kind of concerned with her preparation for him coming home, and she was kind of preparing to let them know, like, he's going to be one of the authoritative figures. And I had a horrible experience with step parents. Or my step parent, unfortunately, my stepfather is sitting in prison right now at San Quentin for the things he did to myself and my siblings that my mama allowed. So I'm always looking at women like her with the biggest side eye and the biggest amount of concern, because the mom does give someone who was probably verbally abusive to him when he was coming up. But then in addition to that, she's okay with some of his bad behaviors, such as lying to his wife. And then when we have seen him talk to Kaylee, he talked to her all sorts of crazy when we have seen him talk to her. So it's going to be bad, but I want to punch her in the mouth, because I have a difficult mom who is difficult, doesn't like to admit fault, any of that. And she tried to come for my husband's mom some years ago. I stopped that shit before it could even happen. That'd be the first and only time I told my mama, shut the fuck up and get in the car. Period. And my mother-in-law too. Go in the house. You go to the car. How you sit there and allow your in-laws to fight? If you care about your spouse, right? And I know Black people be like, oh my God, this is best you did that. Let me tell y'all this. I tell them to shut the fuck up 20 more times if it means the peace that I have today. Okay? If it means the peace that you have today. You don't want your family fighting. If you can avoid your family fighting, avoid your family fighting. If you can avoid your in-laws fighting, avoid your in-laws fighting. Please. But also don't do like Kaylee and have your family and your in-laws all in your marriage. Yep. Because that's what her and him are doing. And it's irking my soul. But she's making my eyebrows itch today. I don't know with Kaylee. This is bad. I feel like this is happening because I invited James to do these lives with me, because we get Phoenix women every season, but like this is like the
but this is the purpose. But no, I'm glad this happened, because this is the example that I can give you guys when I talk about the Phoenix women. Like when I tell y'all Kaylee is such the representation of Phoenix women I know personally, is the representation. Kids or no kids, Kaylee is the representation. They are so out here. They are, and it's not even just white women, it's Black women too. It's black women too. And it's like a man is such a quintessential need
2
for
seasons
them.
ago, we had a Kaylee that was on this show in a throuple who was black from Phoenix.
Yes.
I said, oh,
To have a man is such a, oh my God, you have value now because you have a man. And don't let him be no handsome man. And that even bumps your status up even more. It is crazy to me how many
you
women I
bitches
have.
in Phoenix need to be less weak-minded, because I'll tell you this in front of my nigga. With him, I'm great. Without him, I'm great. That's how it should be. He's
One
a
of my
bonus.
really good friends, I'm not going to say her name on here because she does watch us. I made that mistake already with another of my friends. She said, James, you have to air me out like that. I'm like, well, you shouldn't have did the shit. But I'll be more cautious with this friend. I remember her husband in front of all of us said that she wasn't shit. And like it broke her heart and was crying. Like literally she was in the parking lot of Starbucks just crying. And I just remember saying like, listen, like you need to leave him. And then the girl 2 months later got pregnant by the motherfucker to have her 5th child. So it's kind of like, but that's what they do. Like men have such control. So when I see Kaylee, I'm thinking, yes, that is the perfect representation. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. I'm not saying this to be mean, but there is something wrong with the mindset of women here. It is just something wrong. Like a man is not that fucking valuable. Like,
maybe coming on the show would be good for her, because I haven't seen one person on the internet say anything good. So maybe her coming on the show will show her that she's stupid and she needs to contact her Mexican doctor and get her money back. That's all I can get from
no, what this is going to do is run her into this man's arms even more, or have her repeat the same mistakes. That's not what's about to happen. She's not going to wake up from this.
Well, let her keep him from a good woman or something. Let me catch the comments, because if she gonna be stupid, we just gonna let her be.
Yeah.
That's what my parents said. If I 100% did the crime, they are not coming to visit me, put money on my books or nothing. That's what my mom did with
my mom said the same thing to me.
A lot of people
go get in trouble. I'm not coming to visit. None of it.
Because you shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
Follow the rules. Shit. Sometimes you have to raise your parents because they be acting like the children at times, and you got to put them in check when they out of line. Yeah, I learned that day, and I sat there, Joseph. I sat there quiet, not wanting to tell them women, but it got to a point where I'm like, y'all got to shut the fuck up and go.
It was crazy. I remember. Okay, so I told y'all my fear. One of my biggest fears is my in-laws meeting my dad's no longer here, but meeting my parents, because my mom is not the easiest person to get along with. Like my mom is cool, she loves everybody, but my mom sometimes, when you say the wrong thing, or not say the wrong thing, but say things how you would normally say it, and if it doesn't like come to her quickly, she'd be like, what you mean by that? And then turns into this argument because my mom doesn't understand. So when it came to meeting Gio's parents, because we were supposed to marry 6 months into the relationship, my parents and his parents met 4 months in. And when I tell y'all, I was clenching both my booty cheeks together, just like praying this goes well, because this is my first time actually doing it the quote unquote right way. So luckily they got along, because my mother-in-law that's still my mother-in-law. She is a strong figure. And my mom is a strong figure.
No, that's just a friend of the family.
Still my mother. I still love her to death, though. I really do. But it's just
without her being your mother-in-law. I'm not letting this slide.
Listen at that one.
Look.
Anyway, like I was saying. So I'd be nervous as hell. Like, so it's not easy. So yeah, sometimes
people put too much on their doggone parents meeting, honestly. Parents, in my opinion, and from my experience, should not meet until the couple has their relationship together. Because, like you just said, the nerves, you don't know which way it could go. And if it does go left, you don't know how your spouse will handle it. You don't know how their family handle it. You don't know how your family handle it. You don't know how you handle it. I think a lot of people.
Let me explain something. We and him could have been 25 years into that relationship. I still would have been nervous as fuck. Because as I said,
I know, but I'm saying in general for other people, like I think it's wiser, get to know your person first, and not even just the timeline. Like get to know your person first, make sure your relationship is solid, and then introduce the family. Because once family, in-laws, friends too, once they get involved, depending on your friend group and your family groups, it could really complicate stuff if you're not like super secure in your relationship.
See, I was lucky. My first fiance, RK, his parents had died, so I was lucky. I got lucky
We're
there.
lucky James.
No, because I'm trying.
Jay commenting, y'all, that Kaylee needs a therapist. We gonna move on into Rich and Felicia. My friend do that to himself. Rich and Felicia ain't never this is friendship, okay?
It is.
He didn't mean it, y'all.
No, I did. Shit, the lies you tell. Let me explain something to you. I'd be nervous. You understand? I was engaged to this man. I was engaged to this man and with him for a year and a half. And the fact that he didn't have parents, and I'm like, oh my God, that's one thing. You understand? I'd be nervous for my mom to meet. Like, I'd be nervous. Like, you don't understand. So the fact that it's just my mom. My mom is cool. I'm just saying my mom is cool. She really is. After a couple of drinks, it get a little different.
Yeah.
My mom is
Oakland and from the Bay, who've commented here a long time, like his mom. I will say that I understand his nerves because. So y'all remember what E40 and Too Short had their little verses and how Swiss B to them was like, okay, y'all, it's over, and they just kept drinking and partying and going stupid.
Yeah.
That's
Bay Area people. Exactly. Thank you for explaining that. That's exactly what it is. Yes.
They do not stop.
Now
they keep going.
I will say this. My mama was cool. I would tell anybody, if y'all was to ever, y'all know she's not here. No, she's no longer here. But if y'all two was to ever meet my mama, the only two things I would tell y'all is when y'all walk in the door, do not call her ma'am. Do not call her ma'am. And when you walk in the door, please speak. Just speak. Cause she, like, if you walk in the door and don't say nothing, she'll be like, baby, I ain't sleep with you last night. I'll be like, Mom, why you always gotta say stuff?
Because she had class.
She's
walking to nobody's house and not speak.
Right. Yes. I have that rule. I have that rule as well. I have that, like, please speak to my mom. If you even want, like, please, like, even go up in there. My mom doesn't like to hug, but go give her a hug. Just go ahead and just do it, because that's what it is. Yes, I'm one of those people. When I meet somebody's mom, the first thing I do is I want to give them a hug, because my mom said, when you see a black woman, you see me. So if you're not gonna disrespect me, you ain't gonna disrespect her. That's why I have such an affinity for black women, because my mom always instilled that into me. When you see a black woman, you see me. If you're not gonna let me struggle, you better let her struggle. If she needs something, you better be there. And that's another part of my problem too, in life, is because I tend not to know when to cut that shit off when I need to, because I'm always there when somebody needs me, especially when you're a black woman. I'm going to be there for you.
You can't be there for everyone.
But she would, like, my mom would say, like, if I specifically say don't call her ma'am, and you be like, oh, hey ma'am, how you doing? And she'll be like, baby, don't call me ma'am. Like, the first words flow out of her mouth is baby. Do not call me ma'am. But when she know you and she like you, like my kid's dad, she used to be like, hey, such and such, you bitch. That's because she like him.
I love it.
I love that. Oh.
I love it.
So nice.
I love it. Hi,
I
Casey
love that.
Star. Welcome in. Casey says my mom was the same. I love that. I love that. Lord help us. I'm laughing at Joseph Felton's comment talking about the white ratchery is great for Black History Month, right?
It really is, because y'all, we ain't the only ones that have the ghetto connotation. White people got it too.
That's where it came from. Never forget, food stamps was started for them, not for us.
It sure was.
Really?
Yes.
It started for their people. That's who originally had it. You got to, man. We are the people that was given the ends of animals and stuff in slavery and turned it into wonderful cuisine. So we could figure out.
Along with food stamps, we were given the quintessentials of the lower budget of the totem pole, while white people was given $1,500 to $2,000 a month, and we only get $250. So that's yes. So absolutely it was. And I'm glad you said that.
Yes. Y'all, the last people is Rich and Felicia, child. I don't know why they're here either. Rich is dating Felicia, who's been locked up since she was 17 years old. This is not a woman. This is a child. Yes, the reason I say that, I just think of myself as 17. I actually got in trouble at 17. And if I would have had to sit in jail I probably would have come out still 17 in the brain. And Felicia does not. We have to remember, this woman is almost 30. She doesn't act that way. She's been locked up so long. But Rich and Felicia have never had an in-person visit. She's locked up in Louisiana. I never say it right. Tallulah, it sounds like the name of the jail was, or wherever the hell she was. I can't say it. But he decides to seek counsel. I'm thinking he going to an attorney. I look up at the TV. This Negro went to a psychic office, and he couldn't even go to a good one. He went to the psychic office. When I see the white ladies with their makeup done to look like they themselves are going to the afterlife, I know that you about to lie to me. And the psychic pretty much tells him that his relationship with Felicia is not going to last. She's hiding things from him and that she sees a breakup in his future. But she tells him this after telling him all like this positive stuff about himself. It comes out that he has been married twice, once at 23 for a couple of months and he got it annulled. And again at 29. It doesn't sound like he was married too young or too long because I believe he's 31 or 32 when they showed his age. He says he got married the second time at 29. 30, 31. So it's like only 2 years have gone by. This is where it comes out that he started talking to Felicia while in his previous marriage. But he didn't tell us why his previous marriage ended. But you confirmed that you were talking to Felicia during that time. So was you talking to inmates the reason why your marriage ended? Did more happen? I don't understand. I guess someday we'll learn. But Felicia, because that's all that happens with him going to the psychic. Felicia, in her childish ways, and I can't even blame her for it, because Louisiana, I know how their jails work. There is no really rehabilitation. You sit there. You sit there and you hope that you can act in a way that will help you to get out. But Felicia says she went down to 17. She says she has an ex-boyfriend. I said, an ex-boyfriend? But girl, you went down to 17, so that ex-boyfriend can't count unless you're like me. I don't have an ex-boyfriend from 17, but the boyfriend I had at 17, I'm still with today. But if you're not with him today, high school don't count, girl.
It really don't. Like when you think about it, I mean, it's practice. That's all. It's not even practice. It's an ego thing because you want to show your little friends that you really could be, with somebody. Yes, like to me,
we're going to Round Table Pizza.
Right.
In the hallway,
is there anybody
do more?
Anybody still together from maybe? Oh, just saying in Sime, but that's different. Like,
whatchamacallit? Oh, I cannot. Ileana and Vargas are still
together today.
Yes. These are people we went to high school with. Okay. They are still together. Okay. We have been together, and I'm younger than James, but Vargas is James's age. He graduated.
Yes, he graduated in 09. Yep, I remember
these
him.
people have been together, Kiwan, since I was 14, and they are still together. They are married. They have a beautiful family. I said, my God, I'm cussing him out in sex ed. Like, you better not play with my friend. That was my friend.
Wow.
There is another couple. I can't think of their name that were together since high school. He graduated with me. She graduated a year before you. I can't think of her name, but I remember they were a Filipino couple. They were cute to me too.
I'm surprised because now that school ain't got shit to offer. But I said it to say Felicia is talking about her ex. I guess this is the ex she was with when she went to jail. And the way I connected that is because she was like, so he went down for murder at the same time she went down, and he gets out of prison 2 months after Felicia will be released. I said, y'all must have been tried together at the same time. And I feel like, because if you look at Felicia's charges, they're for like robbery, human endangerment, all this crazy shit, right? Stuff that women don't usually do unless they're like dealing with domestic violence or have gone crazy or something, you know? The only time women get charges like Felicia's at her age is if you're running behind a boy. So I feel like her charges likely came from this boy. And I don't think she's done with him because she smiled real big like a dumb girl from the hood would and said, because, he getting out, he don't play about me. He doesn't.
He don't play about you, but you had to go to prison. You get to prison. Okay.
He gonna play in your face, and he gonna play with you.
Yeah, exactly. Right, because I don't understand that. Because if he didn't play about you, you wouldn't be in prison.
Yeah,
he would have took your charge and his charge.
It's given Arrested Development.
Yes.
Right. Wouldn't he be putting money on your books instead of Rich?
So Rich does put money on her books.
It looks
Yes.
like it.
Oh.
Yes.
That's what he
That's
just.
how he's talking to her. He should
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I checked. I'm telling you, I checked out so much.
You have to. No, you have to on these shows.
When I looked at her when they did their scene, I think I was just I really was checked out with the whole with them two, and he went to a psychic. I was like, why are you going to a psychic? I do feel like ultimately Rich doesn't want to be married. He doesn't want to be tied down. He just wants a living girlfriend who he can mold and shape and all of these things. That's what he wants to do, which is probably why.
I think he needs to date men. He make my gaydar go off.
Or his cousin. What was it, that his sister or cousin?
It was his cousin, but I'm looking at her. She a little too possessive for me.
Yeah. So
like,
he's shady in some way. There's
something. He is.
I don't know if it's gay. I can't put gay on him yet.
I didn't get that.
I didn't get gay from him, but I did get confused. I did get you are looking for, I did get that, but I got, to me, he wants somebody he can control.
Yes.
And that's what I'm getting more so from him, is that he wants somebody to control. So that way it's easier for him to do whatever the fuck he wants to do while she's sitting up there. And you got the wrong one, because Felicia ain't that kind of person. I don't think you dangerous enough for her.
He said his reason for dating inmates is because of control, basically.
Yeah.
So, but I think he's stupid, because why would you go to people who didn't have enough self-control to keep themselves free to control?
Right.
Because they're in a controlled environment. I think he's thinking that wrong. And I understand what you're saying, because you're absolutely right. But he's in control. None. That's why I'm saying none whatsoever.
Nobody in his life that's gone to jail to tell him about jail talk and the bullshit and all the things that come. And his best friend that we saw was in jail. He said his friend was in prison, the one we met in that first episode that we liked when they were playing the games together. So I'm like, you have someone telling you that, but you're ignoring it. I don't like him. Something about him. Like, if I were alone in a room with him, and if I were to say the wrong thing or bring him a plate of food that wasn't hot enough, I feel like he would throw the plate at me or something. Like, he gives me off vibes. He's either gay or violent. One of the two. Sorry.
He probably
No, he does. He does look hot-headed. He does look like he hot-headed. I definitely see that. But I just don't know if I could pinpoint gay. I'm just trying to figure out, because, with certain men, you can pinpoint where it could be. With him, I don't see it yet, but that's because they're not putting him on camera as much as they put Naisha on camera or Kaylee on camera. They're not putting him on camera enough where we can really see him.
He can't visit her. He can't do anything but talk on the phone. Mm-hmm. And when you're talking on the phone with somebody who's been locked up since they were 17, I can imagine the conversations only get to a certain level of deepness.
Yeah.
So I don't know. These two, I don't want them on the show.
He just seemed grimy in a way.
Yeah.
And like you said, hot-headed to it just he does seem.
I almost want them to bring them ex-wives on the show. I need to see especially the ex-wife. He got into the relationship with her, who I need her to come on the camera.
I wonder if they be in a group, in the Facebook group.
Maybe. Ex-wife of Rich. If you here in the Facebook group and you watching us right now, come on and get an interview with us so we can kind of talk to you a little bit, because I need some more insight, because I'm not reading him. It's not that I'm not reading him well. He's very well disguised.
Mm-hmm. He know how to hide it.
He know how to hide his ways. And I think that if I had a better picture from that point of view, maybe I could see him a little bit better, because there's something not right here.
There's something not right when somebody turn into a psychic for guidance. I said what I said. Yeah, and that way people can
I almost would rather you go to a pastor
and stuff, but I don't feel like he should have turned to a psychic for guidance in terms of the guidance he was looking to. He should have went to a therapist or a friend, or maybe even tried to talk to someone that knows Felicia to learn more about her. Mm-hmm. I don't mind people who go to psychics. Don't be coming at me thinking I'm coming at people's whatever beliefs and all of that. I don't care what nobody believes, but it just seems like in this situation, the psychic was not useful. But I've noticed with Rich, he avoids seeking counsel, as he called it, from those who are going to give it to him straight.
Yeah.
He goes to who's going to kind of BS him, it seems. But, yeah.
Which is why even with him being in tears at the whole psychic place, I was like, what is this? And maybe my empathy ain't kicking in today. I was like, boy, fuck you. Because again, you don't want to marry this lady. You don't want anything stable with her. You just want what you want. You want to control her because she's young. She might be coming out 30 by number, but mentally she's still a kid. Mm-hmm. Like even how because he don't play about me, and I'm just looking like this.
Well, you want to snatch her up by her head and say, "Go to your room,"
right? But you don't know
that somebody is not grown yet.
Maybe I'm reaching, but is it predator vibes then that we're seeking from him? That because she's grown.
I've been saying this for 4 episodes since we've seen and got him introduced. Well, 3. He gives predator, violent. Something is off with him, because why would you fix your lips to say publicly, I am looking for a woman in jail so that I can have control?
Yeah, you want to control somebody who was in a controlled environment.
Trying to make it about the jail, but you could have found a 31-year-old woman in jail. You could have found a 29-year-old woman in jail. You could have found somebody who's in jail that is Felicia's same age, who did not go down before they got to turn 18. But you chose this young-looking lady. It tells you when you go on these prison pen pal websites how long they've been in there, when they went in. It tells you all of that. And he saw all these faces and chose her. But he don't want to visit her.
Mm-hmm.
Something ain't right with him.
Why don't you want to visit her?
Yeah, no, it's just no. But why her in the first place? Mm-hmm. What does she have? Well, yeah, but I'm just saying. I don't know. It's really weird. Like his vibe is just off. I don't know what it is, but but Felicia look like she ain't got no fucking sense, no way. So I mean,
he better be cool on how he treat her,
because she'll turn around and rob his ass. And
the case.
Yeah, that ain't far from her, because she,
Yeah, that's a very childish thing too, to say that your ex doesn't play about you, to know that your ex has gone down for murder. You're willing to put your ex at risk by not telling him you're in a new relationship, because you know that's going to send him off and he might do something to land him back in jail. And then you're putting the current man who's holding you down at risk because you say your ex don't play about you and might be wanting to go bad on him. And then she doesn't realize, because she's so damn dingy, that she's putting herself at risk, because if one of these niggas figure out the risk that she's put them at, who knows and who's telling how they'll act, because he gives off vibes and the other one in jail for murder not playing about nobody. So I don't know. I get the young girls being into like the criminals, drug dealers. Let me tell you this. I dated them, and let me tell you where it always ended. When they went to Santa Rita, North County, Glen E. Dye Detention Facility. That's where the shit is. Okay? I lead their ass in San Quentin, Pelican, wherever the fuck it be. It's not as fun as people make it seem to be with like the bad guy. Find you somebody like some balance. My man don't play about me either, but he'll hit you before he shoots you. That's how it should be, right? That's how it should be.
Yeah. It's just, this is a girl. I'm saying this show is a lot.
It's ghetto.
It's a lot. And the thing about it is Monique wasn't even in this episode, and it was a lot.
Listen, if Monique was in this episode, that we would have been we wouldn't have been. I don't know if I would have done the recap. She'd be stressing me out. But that was the episode. That's all that happened. The talk takes longer than the episode because we are baffled. But I do appreciate Kiwan and James for being here to help me go over this show. Y'all, we will be back live later on I was about to say Kiwan J's channel.
We need to go to Kiwan J's house at some point.
Y'all gonna have to come. I'm gonna invite y'all to my house.
Yes.
Whenever you do a live, just let us know. We will.
I'm actually doing one tomorrow night with my cousin. We gonna talk about the interview. That's why I was like, y'all watched it? The Simone.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see because I know she gonna want y'all to come up. So if y'all want, y'all can
The
come
Toya
up.
Bush Harris interview
Yeah,
with Carlos. I did
Next
watch it.
question.
I
and I
did watch it.
so we're
Yeah.
gonna be talking about it.
Yeah, send me an invite. I'll be there.
Okay, I haven't done the thing yet. I haven't done anything yet. I
Don't
told
worry, take your time. That listen, whatever you decide to do, and if you extend an invite, I am definitely coming regardless.
Send
So
your invite.
yes, send me the invite, and I will definitely be
too.
there because I have opinions about that. I was gonna do something. I am gonna do something on my channel to talk about it slightly. Because I want to talk about Jackie and Simone more so.
Mhm.
So yeah,
That and the seating chart
yes.
for Married to Medicine.
Okay, yeah, let's do that collab. Yeah.
You
Okay.
are always on my channel, so I'm finna come to yours. I'll join.
I'm gonna put. I haven't did anything. We talked about it. And she was like, okay, but it won't be tomorrow night because I know the Super Bowl on, and I know everybody won't watch the Super Bowl. So I want to say it's gonna be at noon or one of those times. So I don't know if y'all good
Yeah.
with those times. I can move. I can.
I'll be
No,
home.
no.
My catfish will be marinating, waiting to be put into some hot oil. I'll be here.
Okay.
So will mine. So yes, I'm making my spaghetti tonight. So you good? Yes.
Let me tell you.
Because
We're
I
not
wanted to
football
play
people.
it and then like kind of do
React.
that, huh?
React and play it while you
Yeah,
watch.
like play it really fast and like do a reaction from there. I didn't know if that was gonna take too long because I don't want to,
Girl, I don't
Well,
watch football. The 49ers
me
lost 3-14.
either.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't watch football. It's okay. It's okay if it takes 2 or 3
Okay.
hours. It's fine. I'm not worried about
We are
that.
an
Like,
hour and 51 minutes in and here. So you got
Okay.
me for as long as I be having you.
yeah.
So,
Okay, I'm gonna set everything up and I can have y'all 4 on there on my StreamYard, right?
Yeah, you can have up to 6 people.
Okay. All right.
StreamYard, that's the one thing they're consistent in, and that I do like about StreamYard. It's very easy to collaborate with other people.
Yes.
Like,
Okay.
extremely easy. I'll give them that. Joseph L said, I think Felicia's the type that Rich don't want to play with. She looks like the type to steal everything in your house, down to the dough-knobs. Not the dough-knobs.
Yeah, down to the dough-knobs and then make her a bologna sandwich and leave.
Not they
Fried
say
up.
like Nick Cannon.
Now I want some fried bologna.
Ugh.
That's not healthy. I
I
know.
love fried bologna.
I can't stand.
too.
Y'all,
And
I stopped eating bologna when I was 12.
I will eat bologna and salami to this day if it's fried up. And I know that's really bad for me, y'all. And I know that's a struggle meal from back in the day, but sometimes a struggle meal.
You know what it is that I fell in love with because Safeway used to have this sandwich called the Napa Valley chicken Caesar wrap.
Mhm.
And it was so good. Like I'd say I was obsessed with that sandwich. So I stopped eating bologna and my mom had to give me that.
Oh,
Don't eat a sandwich, yep.
Safeway still got that sandwich too.
In California, in Arizona, they do not have it.
Well, the next time I come to Arizona, it's a 45-minute flight. I'm gonna stop at Safeway before I go.
And, yeah, stop at Safeway and cuss them out for me. And ask why the fuck
No.
because they don't have that sandwich anymore. You need to hear me.
My
You
God.
need to come bring your narrow ass behind back to California, and then you can have it.
I'm coming. I need to come out there. I was supposed to come this weekend, but I ain't got no money, so you got to
God
wait.
damn it, somebody come to me. I'm gonna start petitioning for Kiwan to move to California because I don't know with you anymore, James. I just don't know.
You and my best friend. I'm telling y'all.
I can't see me coming back to California and paying them high ass prices. I just can't see it. Now, if I win some money, like now look, if I win the lottery tonight, yeah, I'm coming back.
Let me tell you this: Bay Alarm, work from home. I was hiring in the Bay Area.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna move to Valencia. I'm not gonna go to Bay Area. I'm gonna move to Valencia. I'll be in the middle.
You might have a harder time out there because you're competing with all the wannabe superstars.
That's okay. That's okay. No. Because I can still put me a house for $700,000 out there.
Who told you that, James?
I just looked it up. That's how I know.
Oh,
Go
don't
to
believe everything you see on the internet, baby. Don't believe it.
That's why you called the realtor and you asked them. That's why you called the realtor and you asked them. I used to be in real estate. I know. But like, hi, I'm here to verify the price on
California currently. I just want everyone to understand. If the house says 700, I promise you after bidding, against these developers, you're going to be.
Oh no, that part she's right. Now after bidding,
so
she
don't
is right.
believe the price because you always going to pay more in California than the listed price.
No, absolutely. I'm not. She's right about that part. But listing price, if I can start there, I'm going to start there. Now, if I got to go up there, I'm going to go up there. But I'm not paying no more than
in California. You will.
Oh, well, I'm just going to give me a. I'm going to give me a cute. I'm going to give me a cute.
Stockton with the gangs and all the bullshit. There is nothing good in Stockton, and they charging hella money for houses. That's what they charge out there now. So,
well, as I said, I could still get me. I know I can get me a little condo in Valencia.
Oh yeah, condos and apartments. I always say to my husband because we want to prepare to buy in the next before we're 40 is the goal, and the only way after advising and talking to people that we'd be able to afford it is if we purchase a mobile home, a condo, or an apartment.
Yeah, I'll do a condo because you can get you a nice condo for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom with a 2-car garage.
California is HOA fees. So it's like you save money on what you purchase, and then the HOA is gonna cost the extra money that you would have spent on the damn house.
True.
California.
Well, I don't cut grass anyway, so they can have this little $1,000. It's fine.
Cut grass anyway.
I don't cut grass. No, ever since the post office taught me that is not my niche. When I tell y'all, when I worked in Miami and I had to cut that grass at the post office, the people had me fucked up. I couldn't get the lawnmower started half the damn time. What the hell? I looked like driving that shit, trying to cut some grass. That grass was so uneven and shit. Girl,
all me at that post office in Miami cussing up a storm.
Girl, they was
just me driving. I don't know how the fuck to cut grass.
I don't like what the hell. I didn't know. I thought there was like people in California. They hired people to do that part, and I just was responsible for cleaning up. I did not know I had to take my black ass out there and cut some grass. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. They told me you got to trim the edges. I don't know how to do that shit.
Lord,
they should have applied to the post office that you're gonna be dealing with papers and documents and stamps and shit, and they had you cutting grass.
Cutting grass in humid ass Florida.
In Florida during hurricane season.
During hurricane season where it rained every fucking day. It's still Lord, and then they got mad because you can't cut wet grass. So then they got mad because I said, well, the grass is wet. What the fuck you want me to do? I had to cuss that man out. I said, Lord Jesus, y'all giving me a heart attack. Girl, I couldn't wait I'm telling you, I got my other job because I was only there for 2 months. Girl, I got that job. I said, I'm the fuck up out of here. I don't even want no party because they're going to throw me a party. I don't even want no party. I'm getting up out of here. Goodbye, y'all. Have a good life. I'm not because girl, they used to do all kind of ghetto shit. They used to wipe their ass and throw it in the garbage can.
No party, goodbye.
Yes, just ratchet shit. You'd be like, oh, I cannot. That's really what made me go. I had called in sick, and up until the time, I called in sick. I was like, no, y'all got me fucked up. I'm sorry.
You better than me.
My God.
I threw keys at Petco when I left them. I could talk about it now. I won't get sued no more. I threw keys. I said, figure out how to close it. This is where everything is. The safe's over here. Here's the code. Where are you going? I'm done. Fuck you. Fuck y'all. Fuck this company. I'm never coming back. Never been back. And they called me because I still know the district manager, Nicole. She's like, didn't put you at that store. We could have kept you. I mean, bitch, I went to college. I don't want to be there. I don't know you. So I feel you, James. And they threw a party for me too, even after I threw them keys at that white lady Jill and left out of there. I said, y'all threw me a party? They're like, we moved her to a different store. I'm not coming back.
What part of that don't y'all understand?
Right.
They still call me to this day. I get emails from this lady because she worked with me. And at one point, my husband worked there as a dog groomer. And they're like, you guys have an amazing work ethic and all of this. You thought the white lady was going to work harder than this. Nice try. But that was really it for our recap, you guys. On the screen, as you see, we'll have our Besties After Dark segment with Kiwan as well as Shayna. Please subscribe to their channels. The link to their channels is always in the description of our videos. We're going to be discussing a lot. Kiwan's put together some stuff for us to learn about culture that impacts us all in some ways.
Absolutely, because it is Black History Month. Even though this is our After Dark Live, we are going to incorporate a lot of our history. We need to start doing that because they're trying to take it away from us, you guys. We cannot let that happen. So we need to make sure we are on top of that. And also, it is a grilling session for me. And I, Cannot wait to see all the questions. You guys do not want to miss this.
James is excited as hell about these damn questions.
I am.
When James asked us questions, we would sit there just like, yeah, no, yeah. I mean,
Just they had no enthusiasm. I had to throw curveballs up in there just because they had no enthusiasm.
Listen, we work hard. We was tired as fuck. We were
I'm about to be I am excited. Like, I don't know what I'm expecting, but I'm excited because I'm answering everything.
I think Q1's questions were really like good though. Because they covered,
I cannot wait.
Like, I'm just gonna add to hers a little bit because hers was really good, structured, organized. I need to be like Q1 when I grow up.
That's awesome. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Because I still have not one fucking question. I haven't put together a PowerPoint. I haven't done shit except this graphic. I did the graphic.
Now the PowerPoint is for my thing with my cousin on the 13th.
Wait, which PowerPoint? The one you sent me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's on the 13th.
That's for our session.
What can we use it? Some of it?
The PowerPoint, not for tonight's question.
Okay. Because I was showing to upload it.
No. No, that's for the Healing Out Loud segment.
I'm glad you said something. I was
looking at it and I was
like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. I am like,
no, but if you want me to make y'all a PowerPoint, I can.
I see. The shit had colors.
Well, we don't know how quick you can do it. We got 6 hours, so we don't know how quick you can whip one up real quick.
I can't do it.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's okay. I got it.
My work computer. I can make it on my work computer.
I can make a PowerPoint. I do have a PowerPoint.
I have one already because we're playing Mary Fuck Kill. So I have a PowerPoint that we are in. I'm not. Okay. I have to add 4 more slides. So this gonna be some fuck shit. So y'all just gonna have to be prepared for it.
But you have no idea what the questions are.
No.
Okay, so the questions was the questions I sent you for tonight.
I did not. Yeah, I have not seen. I saw the PowerPoint. I did not see the questions.
Oh, no, the PowerPoint. Now, if y'all want to add in a little Mardi Gras, I can send y'all some information.
Yeah, if you can do that, that would be fine. Yeah, no, please send us history. If we can do some tie into history in the live, that would be great. But for the most part, no, I didn't see any questions that were directed towards me. I didn't see anything. I told her
those are totally separate. You don't even know.
I was telling James, I was like, don't look at this email in our email, James.
No,
I have access to it.
I'm so sorry for the. I meant that's what I meant. I meant the
as Q1 told me earlier, we busy. Everybody's busy. And sometimes you think you read something right, and then a client calls you and it's like, all of this is not right. That's it. And then you forget what you were doing.
So that's for my Healing Out Loud segment. That's my entire segment for Healing Out Loud.
Okay. This looks so
well,
positive.
I'm definitely tuning into that. I'm definitely going to watch because now that I have inside track into it, I definitely need to be there and I'm going to answer the questions as if I'm in that live. So yes. Just like I did in the last live because that was fun.
We're actually going to end like if you look at those, the first part of that segment about say that, with the words on there, those are questions that people think that those are words that people may think they know, but it's not that. So that's why we do, I'm doing that with my cousin, but I think we're probably going to, at the end of that, Healing Out Loud, we're going to talk about probably the reunion, I think we're doing the Potomac, our thoughts of what we think it's going to be. Or is it Bell Collective? We're going to talk about the preview of Bell Collective.
Because Bell Collective comes back next weekend.
Yes, it come on at the same time. So I won't be watching Bell Collective until the next day.
Okay.
I never watch it usually till the next day or late.
We don't. Yeah, I don't either because they're not that exciting for me.
Why you put people on TV on Saturday and Friday night? Most of the people ain't gonna watch till the next day, and you can't attract new clientele if you airing when people are outside living life, entertaining guests.
No, he needs to get rid of this cast and he needs to bring a whole new cast. Or if you're gonna keep this cast, I need you to bring some people back. I know Dr. Antoinette is in Florida now, but she need to bring her ass back to the TV.
I
And
don't like her.
a lot of people didn't. I loved her. I'm sorry, I did.
He just needs to get rid of Letitia, and Bell Collective could be interesting again. I'm tired of this lady crying about her marriage, crying about everything while ignoring.
Move Bell Collective. I know Stormy's doing a Bell Collective. Why don't he move Bell Collective to Mississippi Gulf Coast with Carrie and have her bring her entrepreneur friends and have her just take over the franchise? I think that would be better.
She's not Carrie's entrepreneur friends are actually entrepreneurs and will not come on here acting ignorant like Marie and.
They could do like Family Empire Houston. Them ladies was professional.
They were professional, but they family, so it's more interested. The Bells ain't related. So if you gonna have a bunch of entrepreneurs, you gotta have entrepreneurs that's so solidified in their business that they don't give a fuck about how they act on TV because they can't.
That was a show.
Stormy's established. So regardless of what
she got in Birmingham,
I don't know what they're gonna do in Birmingham. I feel like Carlos is trying to make cities that are
small
historically Black. One, Birmingham, there's so much history in that city, but if you understand the city today, I'm like, why would you do a Bell Collective there?
It was so odd to me because I'm like, okay, unless Birmingham then got, reestablished in the last 4 years since I've been there. I don't know. I don't know what I'm about to watch. So I'm curious to see if this is what I would think, because if it's what I think is going to be, Carlos, you can have this because this is
I think people get to a Carlos King too much before I end the live. I see a Black person who profits off of Black ignorance.
That's true.
Especially his season of RHOA. I think we talked about that on live.
Is that the fight?
Me and James. It was that, I think, the 5th season. And everyone, James made a comment that part of why he's so popular, which is true, is because he was a producer on RHOA in its prime. However, the season that he was a producer on was a season with the most violence, the most betrayal, the most crazy accusations, and the most embarrassments, in my opinion, for Black people.
You in this bitch.
Yeah, it's like for them to film all of that, pajama parties turn violent and shit. Like
that was definitely Christopher and Apollo with the bullshit, and them bitches blame Kenya. Yeah.
They did the most that season. And then you look at Carlos King and what he's done since then, and that's all he does. You have a show called Love and Marriage, and you're supposed to be showing love and marriage. You show us the worst examples of love and marriage individually and together, and then you let these people come on TV and bullshit thinking they're more famous than they are. When the reality is nobody would care about this show, and it would not have survived if it came out when we were not in a pandemic with nothing else to watch.
And then the method that all these shows adopt that I want them to stop doing is stop picking one person to carry the show and be the center of all the drama. It's Nell this season with Love and Marriage Huntsville. It was Winter on Love and Marriage DC. It was Christina on Love and Marriage Detroit. It was Melody on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I need him to stop coming with this narrative that we need one person to be the scapegoat and the mouthpiece of everybody else and have him beef with everybody else for a storyline. It's crazy.
He doing it on Bell Collective.
Yeah, with Marie and Letitia, and it was Marie at first. Then it moved from Marie to be on Letitia, and now it's going to Latrice now.
He's a ripper. I don't fucking like Carlos King because Selena just went viral in the Shade Room, posted her dancing with Sanjay.
I saw that.
And he want to come like a little bitch. Oh, yeah, be sure to catch more of Selena on
You saw that too?
He saw everyone knows her for dancing dolls.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sir, people would know about your shows more. Maybe if you put the effort into advertising them as you do into your podcast.
Right. And the Housewives, I feel like there should be a clause where as long as you're currently on a show, you cannot have an interview with Carlos King. Like, I'm not trying to take his money, but I do feel like there is money in his shows if he had the right producers. The way he produced the entire fuck out of season 5, 6, I think 7 of Housewives of Atlanta, those shows. What was the shows with the actors in Los Angeles and the ones
Hollywood
with the
Divas.
Hollywood Divas?
Yeah.
The way he produced the hell out of those shows, yeah, that you can do a whole lot with what you have. Because again, we like Houston Empire. We enjoyed Houston Empire. I did. I absolutely did. I enjoyed that. I love Bell Collective. I liked Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm pretty sure I'll like this new one with Stormy, but I no longer like Love and Marriage Huntsville. It was never fun. It was supposed to be about people and their businesses. Now it's like, I mean, we know about Black and that's it. And it's just like a bunch of broke people who you're just giving jobs to. So I don't entertain the other Love and Marriage Huntsvilles. I just wish that he can stop being up, because it's almost like I'ma treat them like my stepkids, but the housewife people, I'ma treat them like royalty. Oh, and the Married to Medicine people, that's my best friend. I love you so much.
I think he's just mad that he can't work with Bravo anymore for whatever the fuck happened, because he has, since he is entirely disconnected with Bravo, it seems like he's committed to find ways to still connect to them. And as quiet as it's kept, he may have gave us those great seasons of RHOA, but those seasons also killed the show because it caused beef so bad and made stars out of people who didn't need anything going to their head like Portia, that now we don't have shit and the show is grasping for straws. So he definitely, and the thing I don't like about Carlos King, and I'm sorry, he gives the person part of LGBTQ community where if you correct him or give him feedback that does not suit him in a positive way, he gonna blame it on, oh, you're just hating on me because of this, or you're just hating on me because of that. I don't know. I just feel like he's the example of someone meant to work in the background who I think wants to be in the forefront right now. But I don't think he has the ability to balance being in the forefront and produce great shows while also interviewing.
It's a hard thing to do because Shawnee couldn't do it either when she was on Basketball Wives, and it was like, Shawnee, pick a struggle. Either you're gonna be in the back or you're gonna be in the front.
Yeah. And I don't like seeing that from nobody. I'm tired of it.
Because Johnny was biased as fuck on Basketball Wives. She was extremely biased. I think that for me, if he is going to come into the front of the screen, he needs to let go of that producer hat.
Yeah, he does. Somebody else do that.
And that was my problem with Sunny on Love and Marriage. So even though I did not have a problem with her, but I saw that she's better in the behind the scenes than she is in front of the scenes, because she was doing way too much producing in front of the scenes. Like, okay,
the encore,
it's like cut it out.
The encore was a dope show. I wanted to cover it. That was that group. He did good with that show, but he also failed with that show. Encore with a bunch of R&B stars. Keely should have never been invited. Bitch can barely carry a note. So I looked at him like, what are you doing? And then he put them on a show with no direction and young producers that had ego versus the ability to actually make a hit. And all of the songs that ended up, because I still listen to the
album,
that Skeleton song.
Yes.
But I still listen to their music. It be coming on and it's good. But all of those songs, those sisters from Cherish, they had to write, they had to produce, they had to do it. So I was looking at Encore like, okay, this show is a mess. Keely should have been sent home when the bitch was talking about she don't want to be in the group. She wants to manage the group. Bitch, you were called here to sing. So
here's the thing. This was actually an idea that was in the vault that he brought back. So this was so they shot a pilot years ago, and Keely was the star of that show along with Farrah from Destiny's Child and 2 other people. So he put it in the vault, and then BET picked up a new revamp show of this. That's why Keely got asked back again, because she was in the original pilot for this show. So
if you're going to present with the singing, then I want singers.
I didn't agree with a lot of that cast. I was like, okay.
But it's just more of Carlos King. Like, I really don't even give a fuck about the history of the shows that he gets. I give a fuck about the quality of them once they're on television. The history don't matter. And the shit he puts on television is awful.
No, and I agree with you. And that's why, because to me, I didn't agree with half that cast he had on the show. I didn't agree with Avril Day being on there. No, I didn't like. To me, the only people Cherish was fine.
But they was good.
Nivea was okay for me. I felt like
Funny.
Nivea was okay. Now, where he lost me was with the 702 sisters. She lost me with them because I was like, okay, no, not them.
Especially having them on smoking cigarettes.
I was like, okay, no. Aubrey to me gave microaggressive white woman and was to me got on my nerves half the season. And then Pam was another one. I was like, no. I said no to Pam. I love Pam. Don't get me wrong, I love Pam, but Pam on bullshit that I can't.
You can't. Oh my God, I can't be hugged, girl. You don't go sit your dykey ass. Like, get out of my face.
For real, Pam. Pam, stop playing with us. We know you and keep. Let me shut up. Let me shut up.
They sure did.
I said, Pam, why you coming to
No, Kima.
Was it
Kima or Keisha? No, it was Keisha. It was Keisha. It was not Kima.
Which one was Mark Epps' girlfriend? Because that's it was the other one with the short hair.
Yeah, it was Keisha.
I thought it was Kima. I don't know.
No, Kima's the other one. Kima's the one in the background.
Okay.
Yeah, Kima was the Spinderella.
Okay, it was good though. I thought just like he have a hit, but now he's going on tour with Nene. Like, I don't know if y'all know that.
Yeah,
I saw.
Yeah. Okay, so he said he going on tour for a year, and he gonna have 2 months. So
I guess they're going to do what him and Melody did. You know how him and Melody went city to city doing like that weird shit they was doing.
But it's gonna be 2 months with Nene, and I think every time he just gonna get somebody different. I don't know, but again, you're lacking because you have this. Now you're doing this thing with Dustin and Claudia, where y'all have these, which I do feel like you should not be reviewing shows. I don't think they should be. I think I don't
think no producer should review a show.
Or reality celebrity who's actually on the show.
Be the audience and YouTubers, the people who are actually watching the show and can form an opinion. Yeah. That's crazy. That'd be like if when I was doing the music reviews, reviewed me and my husband's song. How I'm gonna review myself? I know how I feel about it, but how the fuck does the audience feel?
Like if I decide to go on a reality TV show, I'm not reviewing it. Now y'all can review it, but I'm not going to review it. Now if y'all bring me on to ask questions, I'll answer questions, but I'm not going to review. Yeah, I'm not going to review the show. No, because that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous for me to review a show that I'm on.
Does that to channel and ignore the bad feedback he gets? Because you go to on page and you look at his shows. He don't even have a following enough to where he can get more than like 40 comments on a Love and Marriage Huntsville post. So you have people watching because it's loyal, but you're not attaining.
Don't tell Carlos that, because that Toya interview, he did list his accolades and his views and shit.
He can list his accolades all he wants, but that's also a tacky fucking thing to do, to list your own accolades. Let other people discover it. But nobody cares about the show. And when you do see people talking about Love and Marriage, I keep seeing we're here for the recaps. As far as James subscribers, they say we here because you're the only one talking shit comfortably about this show. And it's really just that nobody wants that anymore. And it's like if his voice, like no shade, usually gays are lovable. He is not. He's loud, he's obnoxious, and he seems like the type of person that always has to be the center of attention.
Of course.
And how you expect other networks to want to hire you if you're constantly reviewing what's happening on their shows when we know the background, the secrets that goes into it. Like I just can't stand Carlos.
To me, he's a person who's not to be trusted. But as far and I will stand on that, he have some good shows in his hand. I don't understand why it comes out the way it does. It's like the only time you see, I see promotions when I'm watching OWN, but it's just not promoted enough for me. And we see the promotions online. I just feel like he can do better with that, with the styling of their promo pics of the intros. I feel like he just allowed people to just like really throw it together. And we're not even talking about the coming on and going off, being on for some episodes, leaving. Bell Collective gave us seven episodes. It was like, was this just a filler for whatever, to fill it up until Ready to Love came on, and then Ready to Love, it's like OWN has lost its touch, and it seems as though he don't have a lot of employees and producers and all of that, which is why he can't get these mainstreams, because Joy and Clifton, y'all know, they're separated, so that could have been talked about on the upcoming season of Love and Marriage, like or whatever that is. Whatever
is Love and Marriage DC coming back? Because I keep hearing it is, I keep hearing it's not. I keep hearing so many different things.
I wouldn't even want it to.
Honestly, from what I heard about it, I did watch a little bit of DC. In my opinion, it's 10 times better than Huntsville. Huntsville's been trashed since season 1, in my opinion.
And to me,
he definitely ignores the shows that don't need to be ignored. Like Bell Collective has been giving for seasons. And the last season with those 7 episodes, you could tell he rushed it and was like, fuck it, which is not fair to them. But then you have Kimmy and nasty ass Maurice getting to go viral over ignorance and embarrassing really the Black people and everybody in relationships. So I don't know what Carlos is doing, but I will say this: he can't get away with the bullshit he gets away with on OWN on any other network. Because when he was on Bravo, his shows came out great. When he did Encore, came out great and was entertaining. When he was on TV One with the Hollywood and R&B divas, came out great.
He did.
Because other networks not going to deal with that bullshit. OWN, prior to the Carlos King era, went through the Tyler Perry era. So OWN as a network to me has never been one that I've taken seriously or found.
It just seems like OWN is like the auntie of networks that wants to give everybody a chance. That's why we have all these different shows like The Never Ever Mets and Somebody's Son, and all these shows that come for one season and go.
Televised Tubi. I said what I said. That's what they give as a network.
Here is the thing about OWN shows: people actually like them. If you compare them, if we talking about, for me, for views, as far as like even a YouTuber, when you compare them to, I get way more views from Tyler Perry sector and from the OWN sector than I do my housewife shows.
Same here.
Too many people, housewives and those big networks is oversaturated. There's probably hundreds of thousands of us, if not millions of us, on YouTube discussing them, and that's why, James, to tell you, I've been very vocal about leaning away from housewife shows and Bravo. That. The only housewife shows I'm gonna pick back up are gonna be Ultimate Girls Trip and Rhode Island. That's new. Other than that, it's what I have already, and nothing else. So if New Jersey comes back, fine. If whatever comes back, fine. But I'm not gonna be picking up any more new Bravo shows because it's
I'm not.
It's the only OWN show I've ever used, The Never Ever Met. And it does really well in views.
Yes, Never Ever Met.
To me, what was my successful show on OWN was Family Empire Houston. That was probably the most successful show that what I mean by success is a lot of my comments, like a lot of my engagement came from there, and how the relatable that show was, even though they were talking about businesses, but there was such a family dynamic that was so relatable. That's why a lot of people tuned in, and not everybody was recapping that show. It was a small handful of us that did that.
I think that's really what helps OWN too for the views, because like Kiwan said, they don't advertise well enough, and the audience that they advertise to on social media is much younger. So you got to do a little bit more to catch them. I think they're catching a lot of older people, because I notice every auntie, uncle, grandparent seem to love OWN. They seem to love it, but definitely needs to advertise the shows better, because if he advertises the shows better, people will watch them. But he also needs to learn how to have your main project you focus on and then your mini projects. So he's treating these stupid ass podcasts like
his main project. This trap, whatever he's doing, going on a road, that's bullshit. Like if you are a producer, and we know he can produce the hell out of a show, we've seen his credits. Even didn't he do like who did the R&B show with SWV and them, and who did that one? That was pretty good. But as far as like Carlos, he has great things on his hands. It's just like, I feel like you treat them like projects. Oh, let me just find this show. Let me just see this. Somebody contact me. So let me just put this together and let me just throw people on here. And it's like, you have all of these shows you could throw away Love and Marriage Huntsville. A lot of us will be okay.
It's dead. And it's not that show was never, it was never bad, Love and Marriage Huntsville. But the production of the show made it feel cheap and low budget.
Like the rest.
It did. And I think part of that killed the show, but it wasn't a bad show. I think right now he has to understand that your main star, the creator of the show, has left, as well as anybody likable on it. It's time you gotta learn how to end some
when
shit.
she was on there, and I'm not even a Melody fan like that. Like, I do not go up for Melody. Like, I used to think she was on bullshit, all of them. I was not. Okay, please don't boo tomato me. I just wasn't. But I just feel like it could go. How many seasons has it been? It ain't been no 10 seasons.
To me, like I said, Love and Marriage Huntsville died, and I'm gonna say it like this: when it was 3 things. When they decided to bring Destiny back, that was some bullshit there.
Mm-hmm.
When Tiffany left, that show went downhill when Tiffany left. And then when Melody left, it really did. It forced them to do the craziest shit, which is what they're doing now, which is picking them.
If one person
that's crazy
leaving a show causes it to go down, the ship was already sinking.
It was.
But that goes to my point. That goes to my point that he always pinpoints one person to circulate the drama, so that way it's always here. And if it wasn't Melody, it was Tiffany, because Tiffany was the one asking the messy ass questions.
Mm-hmm.
We were mad at her for doing it, but she still did it. Like, she didn't give a fuck. And they were uncool.
Because the same thing you just said happens on every other show on every other network.
It does.
The producer fucking sucks. I hate to be so mean to Carlos King, because I really do want him to do well, and he has great producing credits, but
and that's the thing. I love Carlos. I do.
He's at RHOA and the Encore.
No, I love Carlos. I do. I just wish they would. All the producers seem to follow in line with this. Let's make one person, the scapegoat, so all the rest of the cast can then bully on her. We see it. Real Housewives of Potomac does it the best. And he ain't even a producer on that show, but that just goes to show those methods are adopted by somebody. I don't know if Carlos was the original person that started it, but I just know that they all seem to adopt this. Let's bang on one person.
All adopt the method and show it without the shit looking like the great value of television.
Now, I will say this.
It is something, I think he's cutting shortcuts with budget, because like James just said, the same things and the same methods happen on every show across networks. But why is it that when it's happening on his shows that it looks so bad?
And if you're doing that, I'm not going to give my all, and you about to give me this much. Hell no. And you get to reap all the benefits because I gave my all, and you're willing to just give me very little while you
as I think about
it. Yeah, no.
No, as I think about it, I do think it did start with Carlos, because what pops into mind is that we didn't start seeing this until Kenya came on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And it felt like, to me, Kenya was the spear person, always taking the hit and the brunt. Now, some of that shit she did do to herself. I'm not going to lie. Some of that shit she did do to herself. But at the same time, it felt like it just continued. And then it became a glorified theme for her to be the TV villain. Mm-hmm. So I think that for me, I feel like it did start with Carlos, because from Kenya, it went over to Love and Marriage Huntsville, where it was Melody. And now we're seeing it with Real Housewives of Potomac, where it was Karen. Now it's Stacey. And then, and like I said, they could be doing it to themselves too. I'm not saying that they're absolved, but it seems like it continues to make them be the punching bag if they threw themselves in the ring. And we're just going to continue to beat on them down. They did it with Kenya for years. And we learned later. Yeah. Yes. And I feel like they still do it.
Last season.
Yeah. I feel like they still do it. So I feel like it probably did start with Carl, because I don't recall it ever really being a thing until Kenya. I really don't remember that far back if they really did, because did they do Nene like that? Where they made her the villain like that? I don't remember that.
Always the star when most of the time she was on bullshit. I'm telling y'all, I watched
absolute fool. Like, I love Nene Leakes for her earlier seasons, but I'm one of those people that's like, she don't need to come back.
Soon
Yeah,
as
so
yes, soon as she was like went to Hollywood and she was on the Trump show, whatever that show was,
That
that's
shit
when
went
everything
right to
changed.
her head. And then after that show she had, I think it was called The New Normal.
Yeah, the
She was
Glee and
talking,
then
I'm
the
rich,
new
bitch,
normal.
and this and that for that shit to get canceled.
Yep.
Then she got real quiet and mean again.
Yep.
See, a lot of
so
it too.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like, so did Carlos really just start this whole villain era where we just pick one person
No,
to circle?
I
'Cause
don't think that
I
he
don't.
started it, because if we think to reality TV back in the day, this has been happening across networks before he was even producing stuff. But I think in terms of our HOA, when he was on it, that era of Bravo, very relevant, not just for entertainment, but to reality television as a whole. Bravo kind of took us out of the Flavor of Love and Rock of Love and The Bachelor. That was as reality as it got back in the day for us millennials, y'all.
But when you think about Flavor of Love, because that's a good point, but it wasn't just one person; it was several people that
That's
were
what I'm
kind of
saying.
initiated. Yeah,
Prior to him coming on television and prior to the Housewives, that was really what reality television was: competition reality, game shows, dating, things like that. So Bravo kind of did help to get us into like regular reality, I guess, where we're at today. But I feel like through that, fame went to a lot of people's head, and I think not just with cast members.
Being a person sitting next to Andy, like being put on this pedestal by fans has changed.
Like, who gets first seat? Like, we as content creators have to do lives discussing who got first seat,
because that's such a fan thing.
I fucking hate it, because to me
they're doing away with it.
Yeah.
I hope so, because I don't like it either, but I know it's something I have to talk about. Just like people who don't like Dr. Heavenly, I have to talk about that as well. And it's like, because people don't understand why she's on Bravo. I understand exactly why she's on Bravo. I understand exactly. This season to tell y'all nothing. I don't know how a friend of
understand why Dr. Heavenly is on Bravo, not to get all deep, are the people who see through the lens and perspective of themselves before they have the ability to see others. Because how can you not see this? But people also bond too much with these people on these shows. Like, we don't know these niggas.
We don't know these. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, the comments I see about her today is crazy. She's the reason Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone aren't friends, which I gotta talk about. I'm like, she is not the reason they are not friends anymore. Y'all,
Simone is the reason they are not friends.
Yes.
Me and all of my friends publicly on a trip that you had a choice of choosing anywhere in the world, and you choose to go where my husband cheated on me with publicly all over the tabloids, and then you did that shit years after it has settled.
Simone didn't want their friendship to end. Simone was mad because Heavenly came in. That's where it starts. That's where it stops. Mariah said she was a snake. She was probably the biggest one of them all.
Mariah told us of everybody on the show, that's who to watch out with. And I'm going to always believe the person who created it. Because Mariah warned us, Melody warned us over a Love and Marriage Huntsville. When I tell you the way these people be warning us about their cast members, I believe them over the showrunners. But y'all, for much longer than we were supposed to, I will update the title of this live so that y'all don't think it's just love during lockup for 2 hours.
Which is fine. This was a great conversation. This is banter. This is what we need.
I know. I be wanting to do like little banter lives, just like rage bait lives where we just complain about television. But I've actually been really afraid to do it. I have a concept and all this stuff set up with. I've been scared to do it.
Well, here's the thing. We have to be controversial at some points. We do. So
I just don't. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I avoid talking about pop culture on my channel unless it's like in this type of format or like.
Yeah, I know you do but it's the thing. We have to be controversial. And yes, that's just what it is. Unfortunately, we're not going to agree with everything, and everything is not going to agree with us. That's just how life is. And we have to have thicker skin if we really want to do this the way we see some of our, mentors.
I'm worried about the skin of others because somebody coming me wrong,
they do.
As Shani said, twin, your mouth. She be saying. Shani said.
Shout out to Shani.
Shout out to Shady. We love you, Shady. But anyways, y'all, it's been nice. I gotta cook now before we get on live tonight.
I'm gonna end the live, you guys. I do appreciate everyone for being here. For those watching, be sure to tune in. You could go, James. Be sure to tune in to our live at 7 p.m. today. Kiwan and James will be back. Other than that, I have to eat breakfast. I'm tired. I appreciate you, Miss Erica, and we'll see y'all next time. Yes. Bye.